You know what I'm saying?
Brother Shaka,
yeah.
Let me say this before I go. You are one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the documentation.
He is one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Maat forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Reggie's Betrayal of Kemet Offended Smash Rockwell. That's not Maat. Let me share fair use disclaimer. Then I will share the sound quality. I will check the sound quality. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Let me take the sound. Education and research. Let me take the sound. Sounds okay on my end. Now, what happened is that this video came up on my feed. I knew about it. As a matter of fact, I heard a little bit of it. And today I scrolled through, so there are still some parts that I haven't heard, so I will discover, right? Let's hear this excerpt first of all.
So, Reggie's betrayal of Kemet offends me. It's offensive. The exposing of information to an enemy for what reasons? Because you don't like Jabari? It's not good. It's not good. So you can rectify that.
You know by now, when I come with a title, it's no cap. And also, the quote, "That's not Maat," you will hear it from the host's mouth. So, let's go.
Basically, everybody making hella claims and ain't nobody bringing no goddamn sources. The whole show was the simple same shit. I hate to give a spoiler right now. Everybody keep coming in, talking about what happened, talking about this. It ain't got no sources. Everybody could go get the source. Everybody gonna come back with the source. Everybody read it in this book one time. But why y'all coming on the panel without the material? And then we sitting there. First of all, I'm so disappointed in so many of people that I looked up to. This is the thing. Time will tell whether you're steadfast, a flip-flopper, willy-nilly.
Flip-flopper. You heard me a few times mentioning flip-flopping people, but it's all good. Let's continue.
Change your position because of personal animus. Time tells all of that, and it shows who's most qualified to be speaking on these subjects. You can read all the glyphs, you can do whatever. If your heart ain't in the right place to where you will start changing what you teaching because you don't like somebody, hey, shit get crazy out here. Did y'all forget I was the Magi, the vanguard of Kemet? So anybody who take their stance against that is taking a stance against what I protect and defend. So go right ahead. Like, I mean, y'all is on, bro, cats is a few seconds from being fried for real. Because, you know, Shaka is getting heavier for y'all because it's Shaka. But, you know, the only thing is bagging my part in is the relationship that I got with certain people. My YouTube relationships ain't as important as right knowledge. Especially non-lucrative, non-economic, mentally, economically puzzled YouTube relationships ain't better than disseminating the not proper knowledge. I could care less. Who get mad when they all off their square? Switching up everything you've been teaching because you don't like one person. Cut that out, man. That's not loyal. That's not right. That's not my.
That's not my. Let's continue.
So we're gonna start playing some of this and deal with some of this stuff. I ain't about to be able to play the whole video, but
a lot of people, they'll rather, just go on some big journey, odyssey, to avoid the fact that they lie publicly. Like, you mentioned Reggie. Reggie has made a mistake and he showed the PowerPoint of the.
See, this is starting stuff that I'm not here to deal with. Like, and that's totally cool. But I noticed, and this is one thing I noticed. In saying what he was having to say, he was being direct and he was not being disrespectful. I mean, maybe he called us RMO Tep, us RMO fake and things like that. But in the sense of speaking towards Reggie and Garfield, bro, he wasn't being disrespectful. So y'all showing me some shit. I'm just telling y'all, know how well we know each other. The fact that y'all defense against his claims was to act like he was getting... Your man Sadetta told you like I'm telling you. Y'all making yourself look crazy. I'm right here on the other side of the earth thinking the same thing. Like the brother has said, nothing disrespectful. If I say I got signed to a record deal, and somebody say, let me see your contract, I might not show everybody my contract, but it ain't no big deal to show nobody my contract. So saying you got a degree and saying that you won't show everybody is craziness. I don't know where the hell they do that at. Like, and so I don't shade. I'm just saying you can get my opinion. Hopefully you can take it and amend your game. You can't be out here claiming you a scholar and you scared to show your credentials. Are you saying people don't deserve to see him? Because I never seen a real scholar do that. But in fairness to the people who are being critiqued, I also never seen people demand a real scholar's credentials.
Just for the record, when scholars state, particularly when they write, when there is a writing introducing them, a bio or mini bio, when scholars are referred to based on their credentials, usually you have the name of the degree and the institution that gave the degree. Many times you do have the year as well, right? Now, when it comes to Garfield Reed, he stated publicly that he has a bachelor's degree in history. And for the record, somebody said, let's hear it.
See, I've been real nice towards you, dog. You ain't even got a bachelor's. I dare you to come forward now, my nigga, and show everybody that fake ass bachelor's degree that you showed me, or I'll bring it forth. You don't have a bachelor's degree, my nigga. I cap for your ass over there on Brother Shaka's channel, but I won't cap for your ass no more.
I've never heard somebody go in public and saying that such and such scholar has a fake degree, you know, that fake degree you showed me. Bring it forth, or, you know, I mean, show it or I'll bring it forth. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just, you know, a normal situation, you know, just for the record. Let's continue.
Like, we only do that to each other as black people. Let's keep it real. You ain't never really seen nobody see Richard Carrier come on the show and then people be like, let me see your degree.
And furthermore, you will hear him mentioning PhDs. Most of the time, you don't need to ask them, because those PhDs are listed on university websites. They usually have a page, so we don't even need to ask them. But that's for PhDs, you know, just for the record. Let's continue. Oh, and also, this circle with that dude right here, Frankie, they have promoted somebody who showed a fake PhD. That same Frankie dude went live. He did probably 3 videos dealing with the fact that Garfield's degree is fake. I didn't hear any criticism. I'm just saying. Let's continue. So he also said, for the record, that Chris MVP Harris' master's degree, well, he didn't really say that he's fake. He said that he lied about having a master's degree. So out of that circle, there's 3 people with a false claim of having credentials, right? So it's not about, you know, oh, black people, white people. I never seen a platform or a circle where they have 3 people with questionable credentials. Andrea Burnett isn't a place to be. Let's continue.
But as far as I'm concerned, when and on that issue, I'm like, oh hell no.
You wrote, I have videos debunking this dude. I mean, why don't you tell the people that you flagged my video?
So you talking about Lord Abba?
Nah, no, he didn't.
He did.
What?
Lord Abba,
On that, I kind of think Lord Abba did flag the video. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
come in, Lord Abba, because, you know,
Lord Abba said,
And for the record, I just found the email that was sent to me, so I can show you. I never heard a scholar who sent an invoice to produce his degree. And mind you, it's not a small amount. You see that? Yeah, if you read, $1,800 for 1 degree. This alone showed that he did not want to produce his degree. But you know, it is what it is. Let's go back to what we're dealing with.
That he
So
didn't.
just come in. It's better for us to talk.
I think he did.
Just come in. I would love to talk to you. And anybody that agrees or disagrees,
Maybe
it's
not
fine.
Lord
Because on
Apple.
my channel, I always tell people I don't screen the calls, even if people agree or
Oh,
disagree.
JJ, I
it's
gotta
fine.
give you the
If you wanna
business
address
too.
something
You
that
gonna
I
get
said
it,
2
but
weeks
I
ago,
gotta
2 days ago, 2 years ago,
I gotta
it's
I got
fine.
a
It's no
stream
problem.
open
You know? I
to
don't have a
defend
problem saying
yourself.
I made a mistake.
Cause all you did was made yourself look hella silly last night, Jeremiah Judah. You the new kid on the block. Like, how you gonna be acting like you brought somebody? All you do is make people smack their lips at you, bruh. Here we go. We got the newest kid on the block. Some dude named Jeremiah Judah. Ain't been around last 15 years. Shaka get on Sonetta. And this dude done nothing but want to keep interjecting, talking about, the dudes I bring. Now, in a sense, JJ, okay, that's cool because you like a promoter. But just on this community shit, bro, you the newest kid on the block. How you gonna bring Shaka? So Shaka was just being polite to you. He's telling you we've been doing this since 2008, 9, 10. Start falling out at 2010. So come on, family, I'm just telling you, keep it a buck. Nobody new can't bring nobody we already knew. Everybody in the chat will tell you we already been on that. So, somebody said, but now, peace to you, Jeremiah Judah. I got a chat open and you could come express yourself. But I'm just keeping us on our toes. How you gonna come amongst a group of men like, yeah, this my guy? Come on, please. That's Shaka Andegu Kemet.
Mistake or I was wrong. It doesn't kill me. But a lot of people, they'll rather, just go on some big journey, odyssey, to avoid the fact that they lied publicly. Like, you mentioned Reggie. Reggie has made a mistake and he showed the PowerPoint of the opening.
See, this is all
debate between.
This is all now in Shaka's behalf. You don't know that is true. It appeared to be true that he showed to open the scene because it said that, but this is not really. I want to get to all this stuff where we supposedly dealing with the knowledge and information. We'll get there, but I'm just giving a little introduction of how the video started.
That people don't want to know, but when you talk about something that's public, it's not snitching. But I understand Reggie, like Jabari says, Reggie makes poor arguments, and he started off making a poor argument, And Reggie and I were cool. People have seen that Reggie came on my platform several times. And though I disagree with some things, I disagree with him going at Jabari like that. Because you see, Brother Saneta, you've heard about Reggie Amen, right?
Yes, of course.
She's been teaching the Medu Nature for more than 30 years.
Yes.
Reggie Amen is a Hemet Netched. She's a priestess, a Kemetic priestess. Reggie doesn't go at her for being a Kemetic priestess. Now, Jabari is a Kemetic priest. The only difference is that one is female, one is male. So I don't know if Reggie is a feminist, but it's a double standard,
Well, that's funny that he pointed that out, but it is true that Dr. Raketi Amen is a feminist. Brother Reggie defended his stance against that yesterday and said gender is not the only difference between Jabari and Raketi Amen. He said Reggie says she's a PhD scholar who knows the better. And as far as Reggie's critique of Jabari was concerned regarding that, it was just simply that he didn't know enough to be a priest or whatever. So, I mean, that's not like the harshest critique. If you're saying you're a priest, come on now, you gotta be like how you gonna be like you could be a preacher in the black community and not know Hebrew, but are you gonna say you're a Bible scholar, PhD, and and not know the Hebrew? And so this is not egregious. This is just along the lines of discourse.
Now his main excuse is the level of the Medu nature. Jabari knows the Medu nature. We don't all have the same level, but that's just an excuse, you know. But anyway, I don't want to, I don't want to spend my lifetime talking
Right.
about it.
So talk to me about the teachers of Reggie.
Bennett is in the place to be Hotep.
I think my brother Dr. Reggie, he might address it on his channel over there on the HOK later. But Reggie been going left all of a sudden.
Man, this is your main man, 50 grand. That's why I love Sonetta. Cause he don't bite his tongue and he call it like he see it. Like, everybody know this has been happening, Brother Reg. And it's about how you feel about Jabari. But you a prominent teacher in this community that taught so many people the things that you're now going against. And listen to your man, 50 grand.
Do you think it's because of his hatred for Jabari that he is now trying to go in against, he's just trying to tear down the whole Kemetic teachings?
I don't believe in old Egyptian gods. I don't believe in that stuff. I wasn't even taught that bullshit, right? I'm the one who bangs against the Kemetics. I bang against them and they can't get through me because the gods that they worship, right, were born from another group of thinking, right? So you can't come with me with no goddamn Heru or no other that bullshit. Show it to me in the primary, show it to me in writing, show it to me in the period. You're making the bullshit up.
Even if it means throwing his teachers under the bus like Dr. Ben and the rest of them. Like, for example, he said that one of the, was it Heru? Or Osiris or Heru? He said that he was Greek. He said,
yeah. I mean, his pharaoh could have been a Greek, but I don't.
Well, I tell you what, Heru was Greek.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because one of the stories of Heru being conceived is during the Greek time period.
and Heru was Greek.
Yes, I have him on tape.
What's going on? Can you play that? Let me hear that.
Oh, unfortunately, I can't play one. I'm on my platform, but I don't have the stuff, But
so Reggie teaches that Heru is Greek now.
Well, people can go to the video on my channel, yesterday's video where we spoke. They can see the thumbnail, and he said, you know what, Heru is Greek because one of the his birth story or creation story is in Greek. So I'm paraphrasing right now, but he did state Heru is Greek, and because I mentioned that, he was angry. Instead of saying I was wrong, he actually cursed me out. He said "F you" several times.
Damn, Reggie.
Yeah, on Smash. Shout out to Smash Rockwell, Jonathan Owens as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Osar MK as well. Some of the names.
Shout out to Shaka, shout out to Sonetta, and shout out to Asar MK. And so, look, man, like Reggie's that's one of my main researching partners. And so all of this stuff, a lot of the stuff we've been about to talk about today, we've looked over together in preparations to defend against, right? And so let me talk to you about what betrayal is so you can understand this shit. People don't know things and they be wondering, like somebody might be watching this wondering why I'm doing it. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, there you go. What is betrayal? So no, you got to look deeper into this. Look, the act of betraying, you can't define a word with a word. So we need to look at betray so we can understand this. But it says the act of betraying one's country, a group, or a person, treachery. But let's look into betray so we can understand what this means. I didn't make these words up. Expose one's country, a group, or a person. Now listen to this. To danger by treacherously giving information to an enemy. So Reggie's betrayal of Kemet offends me. It's offensive. The exposing of information to an enemy, for what reasons? Because you don't like Jabari? It's not good. It's not good. So you can rectify that.
Will come up. And let me say, Brother Sanetta, you see that lady Tamika? Tamika is congratulating a fraud called Asahimo Fake. People know him as Asahimo.
All right, I'm gonna skip through this.
The same guy who said that Allah is
because again,
I don't see any reason why you will lie. So if you're ready, just come and spoken language like that. It was kind of
biasness of your brother Sanetta. You see, he ain't in here getting that.
We don't have to beef. We don't have to disrespect each other. It's fine
Right.
if you disagree with me. Just come on the platform and let me know what you disagree with. But Sanetta, I have an idea. I don't know if you're cool with that.
Go ahead, brother.
Do
say
you
it.
wanna go on my website so we can show something to the people?
Yes, come on, go ahead, go
Now-
get it.
Now,
Let's go.
oh, actually, I can share the screen.
nah,
So,
you gotta understand. Who should debate? I would never debate Reggie. Like, come on, Reggie. Like I said, he might not want to hear my words, but I want him to hear my heart and my spirit. We need that old Reggie back. Shit, fuck all this shit. I'm telling you, bro. It's some people like, no, look, we're gonna show some stuff in this video today.
I'm gonna do that.
Shaka been wanting that smoke for 10 years. And we got JJ 3 years, 3,000 popping up on the scene talking about he brought us Shaka. But JJ a promoter, so I fucks with you, bro. I'm just saying, you gonna get it like we on the block, bro. Like we outside, like we all came outside to play. Ain't nobody gonna be pussyfooting. Shut that shit down, bro. You ain't brought shit.
So I'm gonna share my screen now. Share screen. I'm gonna go there. All right, so
The screen is being shared. We see it.
Read what that brother Imhotep 360 say at the bottom. This brother is a defender of Kemet, just like Jabari. That's what an archer is. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, I'm not, look, I'm talking about Shaka right now. We can talk about Jabari when we get to that part in the video.
Okay, I'm gonna share the link of my website in the chat. There it is. And I accept Cash App, brothers and sisters. You know, it's $ Maat forever.
Show our brother some love, y'all. Let's go.
You have the Cash App there.
I
Maat
don't
forever.
see it.
And,
I don't see it.
oh, is it not shared? Yes, it's on the screen there. Can you see? You see on the screen?
Oh!
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you put it in the chat.
Oh no,
That's what I was looking at.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah.
And there's a PayPal as well. You know, where is the chat? There it is. So,
Oh, yeah, that's his PayPal too. Make it rain on the brother.
that's a Cash App, and that's a
Yeah,
PayPal.
yeah.
So the website address has been shared in the chat. So you see, when you go to the bottom here, that's the one I told you about, Prophet Muhammad's scholar according to Islamic sources. So we have Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abu Dawud.
All right, let me skip through this.
Now,
This
just
ain't
so you
about
can
no.
have a understanding.
I don't want to talk about
the-
the Prophet
All
Muhammad.
right, this is the line. It's just crazy at this point.
So let's see.
biblical history for the past 30 years. If you make
Oh,
the
he talking
calculation,
about
it means that
this
he
is
was
funny.
9 Webster.
Now this is funny, Garfield.
Biblical history for the past 30 years. If you make the calculation, Webster. So he says, when something is stolen without giving credit, and I'm paraphrasing. So the only claim to fame of Garfield, who has lied publicly on Doggy Diamonds and said that he has a bachelor's degree in history, nobody's seen it.
So don't nobody know if that's a lie, right? But so is that disrespect? Let's ask each other. Like if somebody said I lied and said I had a record deal on the show, I would be laughing if I had one, right? I definitely wouldn't be angry because I play chess. So that's how we play chess. Don't you know you have a move coming after a person makes a move, a strategic move? And so if a person, just imagine, because I ain't got no degree, right? But I mean, something that people have challenged in my life is that I had a record deal or not. And I remember it's the same type of feeling in our community. It's skepticism about something you've achieved. So shout out to my people who've made these achievements that our community are skeptical about. Shout out to the Garfield for obtaining his degree. And here we got Shaka saying he lying about it. Now saying somebody lying ain't respectful. I wouldn't want nobody to pit me as a liar, right? But what if I had the golden axe to prove that I'm not a liar? What would cause me to get emotional about this claim? I wouldn't be sitting back like I got the ace in the hole to just to fry this food, show my degree, and then get him out the community. And so basically raising that issue again caused some problems.
Voice for 1800
Harris.
Oh, well, he says that he claims that Chris Harris said, you should be a patriot. You should be a U.S. patriot and forget about all these ancient writings. And I don't believe that. I have to hear it for myself. But I mean, they're going back and forth. It is what it is, Chris Harris has proven himself. He left after the first round with Pastor Bennett because he went to...
So I seen when the pseudo killers asked James to show his aviation degree. And I mean the forcefulness or the rowdiness or the hostility in the correspondence. And James was like, I got an ace in the hole. The hole, we could go watch it. The whole, you can listen the way I listen. Some call me over analytical, whatever, but I find things out because I can hear shit. James in the chat, Pilot James, never once had a confidence waiver, or he never once had he had aggression. So just be right that it's cool to get aggressive with challenging you in this community about some shit. I ain't saying it's cool, but it happens often. But you know how when somebody's talking, when they got something else or not? You could hear James had it and he was about to show it, and you could just hear it was coming. And even the people challenging James' degree, you could hear in their voice that they knew it was coming. Like the people who know it's coming gonna be saying shit like, well, even if you do show a degree in a minute, you're probably this. You feel me? Like, all y'all know it's coming. And so you could just hear in the discourse between men the situation. And apparently, I just didn't hear that silent confirmation.
Some personal thing, family-wise, So if people want to say Pastor Bennett won by default, they can say that. But Chris MVP Harris has proven himself. He destroyed Zion Lex by using Zion Lex's own source. And that was on your platform, brother Sanetta. So
Chris Harris and Zion Lex,
I don't know why he said that Nyame is Yahweh. That sounds like linguistic acrobatics, but it's the it thing to do linguistic.
I mean, that'd be good for me to go watch Chris Harris and Zion Lex. I got some cool respect for Zion Lex. the fact that he would try to, I mean, you know, when people believe shit, you gotta expect they're gonna be religious. So you could throw some of that shit out. Things he believed that ain't true. You know, I mean, like I look at what people, I mean, some people be on the right train, but on the wrong track. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Linguistic gymnastics and linguistic acrobatics. But I don't really recall right now anybody really going at me with some
David is in a place to be.
argument. Here is Pastor Bennett. Feel free to call in, Pastor Bennett.
Go through that Bible.
All right, hold on. No,
It
we
says
got
he's backstage.
Yeah, I got
that's
JJ right
hey,
here.
what's
yeah,
up,
look at
JJ?
JJ. Now here we go, JJ. Watch this.
Hey, Sonetta, I told you this is my new recruit right here. I told he remind me of a young me. See, I had to test him out first. Me and him went back and forth. I said, yeah, he ready.
So you really just really ain't got nothing to say. You just trying to take some credit for Shaka being on the show. Man, come on, JJ, cut it out. But you're a promoter though. So just know you're a promoter.
That's good.
You
That's
feel
good,
me?
man.
Come
That's
on,
real
look at
good.
this.
On the phone.
Go ahead, Shaka. He
Look.
even trying to challenge me, and I would debate him on the channel. That's what JJ do. But go ahead. This my new recruit. Just let y'all know he ain't running for nobody, not even JJ. Go ahead. I'm excited. I'm gonna close my mic.
JJ,
That
your recruits
remind me of
are
Jimmy Walker
Where
right
are the
now.
Hebrew scholars?
Hey, well, now I got Yasha ben Israel. We got Hebrews in the hood. We got the apostle. I mean,
Shout out to you for trying to do your thing at the Lions Den and try to get shot over there. I ain't mad at you though.
We got Corey. We got Aaron. I mean, we got, bro, we versatile over at the line.
Listen to
Hey,
me.
JJ,
Just
I bragged on you to
recruiting.
Sonetta, man, and you doing your thing.
Hold on. Look, listen
Donnie Williams is in a place to be.
to this. Hold on, I gotta hear you.
I had to test him out first. Me and him went back and forth. I said,
Man, you sounded real like somebody in the hood who just did some breaks or something.
yeah, he ready. And what I like about him, he's not biased. He will come at Reggie. He will come at JJ. He will come at Garfield.
It's like you
He
just
will come
look,
at
he just
everybody.
it's like you just rolled from up under the car. You sound like you just rolled from under the car doing some breaks and you was hearing the debate and you got hella oil on your shirt and you just say this.
Come at Kamisha. This guy right here is ready.
Yeah.
This the new Kemet teacher over here. See, JJ
That's
good
right.
at scouts.
That's right.
Hold on, I'm good at scouts.
Hold on, you about to touch Shaka with them oily hands and look at Shaka face. Hold on. You got them oily hands from working on the transmission, bro. And Shaka looking like, man, don't touch me.
That's
This
good.
a hood
That's
analogy.
good, man.
You
That's
know what it
real
is, JJ.
Go ahead, Shaka. He even trying to
Look.
challenge me, and I would debate him on the channel. That's what JJ do. But go ahead. This my new recruit. Just let y'all know he ain't running for nobody, not even JJ. Go ahead. I'm excited. I'm gonna close my mic.
JJ, your recruits are Kemetics. Where are the Hebrew scholars?
So Shaka being nice to you, but you just wasn't picking up. He say, I ain't your recruit, family. But he said, JJ, your recruits are Kemetics? Because I'm Kemetic. And here you go, some more.
Hey, well, now I got Yasha ben Israel. We got Hebrews in the hood. We got the apostle. I mean, we got Corey. We got Aaron. I mean, we got, bro, we versatile over at the line, there.
Yeah,
Hey, I bragged on you to Sonetta, man, and you doing your thing. Go ahead,
I
man.
appreciate that. Thank you. And you know the irony is that it's a Hebrew Israelite brother who recommended me to Sonetta, you know, but it's all good. JJ, what about your friend who talked about Black Hittites? Is he available? Can you get him on?
Yeah, he want to beat your homie up.
Hey, Quinai, if you can get a hold of Yehuda, because Yehuda
You know,
got all the
Quinai scared.
evidence.
Can you get Quinai on the platform, JJ?
Yeah, he in the audience, because
Yeah,
Yehuda
he's
got the
scared to
information.
death.
Well, now you can't be talking about.
Go over
you
there
know,
and hold his
FOP.
hand and bring him in. Go hold his hand and bring him in, brother.
That's my big uncle now. You can't be doing that, man. Now, hey, I'm representing right now. Hey, Shaka. So tell us about the thing with Garfield. What's going on with you and
Nah,
him?
we don't want to know none of that.
Yeah,
we
for
want to
real.
know
Yeah,
about
cut
you
that
and
out.
that Bible, JJ.
I'm
We
not
don't
at
want
you,
to know none
JJ,
of
but
that.
I wasn't going to
We
play
ain't
no
doing
more of
that.
that.
You
How
come
you
in
gonna bring
here.
back?
I just, you know, Garfield's my man. You know, I know Shaka for a long time too. And what I just was saying was, come on, man, he respecting you, man. Like if we on the block, like I gotta pull and homie to the side and be like, bro, if you try to play that disrespect card on that one, the homies ain't gonna take that right. Cause they're gonna be like, why he run that card? Why he didn't just bust his wig with the thing?
And you defend your Bible.
Wait a minute, how you gonna try to bring my guy to work against me? I don't want to brag. I said I got a new guy to go tear everybody's ass up. Yeah, dang it.
Still promoting. Go get back on them brakes, JJ. That left side, bro. That left front.
So if we realize,
I'm just happy you finally getting a bigger voice in the audience, family. Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet,
brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And you see the way we speak now on my platform, that's how it is.
I ain't mad at you. I'm just fucking with you,
don't
bro.
have any faith. It's always cool. Most of the time it's cool. I see Sanetta's on the phone now, so I don't know if we have people waiting to get on the panel.
So let's see what we're gonna skip
Phil,
to.
how dare you say some shit like that?
What did he say, Sanetta? Hold on, let's see what he said.
Jabari said that Garfield showed him a degree, and he
Oh no, we don't want to talk about
Been
that.
here crying and all of this stuff, man. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all been going at Jabari for
All right, so this is the Master Hebrew,
Yes,
the mighty
yes.
Hebrew.
Y'all been going at Baba Heru for years.
Man, y'all, hold on, Sanetta, you
Introduce
150% right here.
again, he sent an invoice for $1,800.
Let me grab some stuff. Let's listen to this.
In order to show his degree. That's ridiculous. He's fishy. But I will leave
Well,
it there.
I seen Garfield degree. He do
No,
have
brother,
a degree.
brother. Which university was it from? There it is. So this private stuff doesn't hold any weight. If he has a degree in a bachelor's degree in history, all he needs to do is just to show it. Otherwise, he's lying. Period.
But see, here's the thing that gets me, man. Brother Garfield, Brother Reggie, all of y'all have been on YouTube banging and going hard at people, sometime at the elders. The minute someone poke a knife at you, y'all start screaming and crying. That's the shit I don't get, man. You can't just deliver it and don't expect to get hit back. People, this is YouTube. People come at you.
Yeah, you
And
can't
so
take it to
now
heart,
people
man.
see y'all up in here crying.
Hold on, this is Sanetta giving you game. This dude love y'all, bro. Like he ain't, man. Come on, I can just hear it. Like, come on, man. He trying to say, what is y'all doing? Like, damn.
Degree in history, all he needs to do is just to show it. Otherwise, he's lying. Period.
But see, here's the thing that gets me, man. Brother Garfield, Brother Reggie, all of y'all have been on YouTube banging and going hard at people, sometime at the elders. The minute someone poke a knife at you, y'all start screaming and crying. That's the shit I don't get, man. You can't just deliver it and don't expect to get hit back. People, this is YouTube. People come at you. And so now people see y'all up in here crying and all of this stuff, man. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all been going at Jabari for fucking months.
Yeah, let me say something.
Yes.
I'm gonna say something though to my members. Jabari Shaw is handling the ridicule of him better than the people who ridicule him is handling the ridicule of them. As much as cats be putting on that dude head, he be smiling on the camera still and refuting what cats is saying. I don't mean he be right. I ain't going into that. I'm just giving us some pointers. Like, I'm just an objective mind. And the fact is, just like, Sanetta mess with you, I mess with you too. And so that was the thing. But I ain't saying nobody did nothing wrong. I'm just saying the little things we start to see where, it'd be a slippery slope and one move leads to another. One thing leads to another and another and another. And then eventually people form their opinion about your stance. And so let's see what happens here.
Yes. Y'all been going at Baba Heru for years. And for DZ, and somebody come back and just poke the bear. Y'all start the crying shit. Brother, you not looking good, Garfield. Get your ass up in here and deal with the information with the brother, Garfield. Simple as that, man. Let me bring on Prince Charlandine, who I call the Mighty Hebrew, before you say anything,
I don't know
Mighty
what you
Hebrew.
said, Reggie, but in the chat, but I was saying Sanetta, Sanetta love you. When you said he don't be smiling at me, I don't know. But yeah, you talking about Jabari. Oh no, we'll talk about that too. But you know how many youth watch your teachings, and now you saying you bang on the Kemets? That's crazy. But let's watch this.
Chris Harris would like to have a discussion with you. Would you consider having a discussion with Chris Harris, the Mighty Hebrew?
We can do that another time. I just want
What
to, matter
time
of
can
fact,
that
I'll
be?
call.
What time can that be? Sometime next week?
I don't know when. That's not
All
important.
right, all right. Hold on, Mighty Hebrew. Mighty Hebrew, hold on.
Academic. Why you gotta slander these brothers at the same time? Why you destroying their academia? That's the problem that I'm having with a lot of these platforms. If you saying this is strictly about academia, why do y'all have to underhandedly attack people's character at the same time? Why you gotta do that?
Stop. I'm gonna bring you in, Shaka. Mighty Hebrew, that is hypocritical of you. I have seen you on Judah Nazareth's channel. I have seen you on JJ channel, and I have seen you talk mad shit about me, and I wasn't there, brother. Hold on, stop, man, stop. I know it's hurting. If you take a rock and throw it in the crowd of dogs, the only one that barks is the one that get hit. So I heard you. Now you got to hear me. There has been many times you have brought my name up, spoke about me, spoke about the House of Consciousness on Judah Nash channel, JJ channel, and I would.
Well, the point the brother was making is no ad hominems. Let's not attack each other while we're scrutinizing and critiquing these things. But then Saj just pointing out the hypocrisy. He's making a good point. I mean, like if we did it without the insults, it possibly would be better, but that's hard. I mean, it's hard to say somebody lying and they wrong and they that's already considered an insult. It's hard to scrutinize someone's credentials without them being insulted. And so, I mean, what do we want to do? Do we want to say, let's not scrutinize each other's credentials, let's take things for face value? I never looked into nobody's credentials. I always look into people's knowledge. I don't care who got a degree or not. Like, I don't know when we start tripping off it like that. Only when you make a claim of something, then you got to stand behind your claim. But I ain't never, ever, ever looked at none of my peers and worried about their degree until they get to the level of PhD. Not saying that other degrees are lesser, but then I start being like, dang, you PhD, okay. So we got to stop being like, what the brothers is bringing is good and qualifiable, then let's not try to find some little niche in their armor and be like, one day he said this type stuff.
Wasn't present. See, it's a double standard here, brother. When Reggie is going at Brother Jabari, when Reggie is going at the elders and going at Hamaj, you don't see them, brother. Were they there last night when Reggie was going at Baba Heru? No. You see? So, brother, you can't come up in here now and start saying that when the Hebrews are going the fuck off and they banging on every goddamn body. Do anybody be up in there to defend themselves? No. So stop it, man.
100% right.
Stop doing that. Go ahead, brother. You can speak, Shaka.
Okay, I was muted. It's a shame the brother left because he started okay, but then he was not really in the greatest mood. But he's always hey, what's up, VP Harris? Now I just want to say
you got to echo, Chris. You got to put it on mute.
And before you say something, I want to go after Shaka.
Go ahead, brother.
Dr. Wesley Muhammad challenged me publicly to a debate. I accepted. We spoke about it on the phone. We talked about the time period. It was supposed to be the end of the year. Then he backed down. If anybody that I address want to get on the panel, they are welcome to do so. Like I said, every time I'm live streaming, I share the link and everybody can get on the panel. So I don't want people to act like I'm talking about people and I'm not ready to deal with them. Reggie, he's the one who was like, I'm not.
Our young brother Jason says, so receipts are bad when you haven't walked back your statements? We should think about that. Yeah, it's not bad to ask for a receipt or nothing.
into him. I'm ready. Anybody that has an issue with what I'm saying, we can talk like grown men. That's what I wanted to say. So bring it on.
Okay.
JJ
Chris
like
Harris,
a hype
you want to
man.
say something right quick?
A hype man from the Jordan Peele skit. Remember that
give me a second.
Peele
Do you guys
skit?
still hear the echo?
Go ahead.
All right, real quick. I want everybody in the chat right now. I think there's 535 people in the chat. The one thing I like to express on these channels is
Hold on, man. I'm skipping over this. Yeah, send Sonnet or something in the chat, but it's kind of like, I don't know. He was talking about everybody send Sonnet $1. I always recommend we do all that and send Smash $1 too, but that was just a promo.
the shock up here on here, knocking people out the box as always. What's going on, man? I didn't really want much. Sonetta, just want to say peace to you and really get everybody to support the channel. Hit the like button, get the algorithm up, and let's support one another and promote Black excellence and intelligentsia. With that being said, I'm signing out.
Thank you, brother. All right. I want to bring on Quanah just jetted. Napar Sadar. Let's get Napar up in here.
The champ is here.
Napar.
All right, here we go. It's about to go left.
Ça passe? Pigeonnier?
Moins bien.
All right. D'accord. Mon ami, I want to tell you thank you. I saw you a while ago. And I saw you last year, and I told Sonnetter, I think he was just so overwhelmed, but I was like, there's this brother. He speaks French. He goes in on the metanetter. So I did mention you, but I'm glad to get on here and ask you.
Yeah, I do. Remember.
Right. So I want to ask you if you could help me. Can you talk about the topic I've been going into and give us some information, give us more information on the Kemetic priesthood? Because I see so much similarity with the Levitical priesthood coming from the Kemetic priesthood. Can you talk to us about that? Because I really want to find out more about it.
I'm not too familiar with the Leviticus priesthood. What matters really when we're talking about history is what does the data allow us to say? What are the records that we have? So when people...
Let's stop right there, because he established a very good point before all of this nonsense about to carry on. He said what is important is what the data allows us to say. Biblical records aren't considered data in that historical regard. Archaeological data, old findings, ancient records that are contemporary with what's being spoken about. Not just an ancient record talking about something that happened 1,000 years before that ancient record. That would be the same as us giving an account of what happened 1,000 years ago in America. But let's watch. He established that, but nobody gonna hop that low hurdle. It's not a high hurdle to say, let's stick to saying what the data allows us to say. That's not a high hurdle. But no one ain't even gonna be able to present any data on this show, and it's crazy to me.
We'll talk about these biblical either narrative or stories or patriarchs or just individuals, whether they're patriarchs or not. What are the records? Where are they? You see, earlier I asked about the most central, most important figure of Christianity, which is Jesus Christ, Yeshua Christos. And I asked Pastor Bennett, he's not there, maybe he's busy, but just one single document that mentions Jesus during his lifetime. So we could do the same with other patriarchs as well. We could do the same with Moses and Abraham, but people would say it's too remote, as if 1500 BC for Moses, more or less 1500 BC, as if it's so ancient, where we have records that are way older. You know, the pyramids were built around 2600 BC, like 1000 years before that. And we have the pyramid text, which is like 2000 BC. So if they can tell us about records contemporaneous, and when I say contemporaneous, I don't mean hundreds of years later,
Exactly.
then that will be interesting. So we can make the comparison. Because, for instance, when it comes to Jesus Christ, a lot of people like to say, oh, we have so many scholars, so many, not necessarily scholars, but so many people who wrote about him. We have Flavius Josephus, we have Tacitus, and they give so many names to those guys that were like decades after the fact. As a matter of fact, Bob Ehrman, PhD, stated that Paul's writings are the earliest writings. They are earlier than the Gospels. So the people, the apostles, who supposedly walked with Jesus, their writings come after Paul, who never met Jesus. But I will leave it there. I don't want to be too long-winded, sister.
I don't know about that, whether that's true or not, but he made that claim. Hopefully some Bible scholar will come in and tell us whether these...
Like I said, I knew about this stream. As a matter of fact, at one point I got in the chat and I tagged Reggie and asked him, do you want to debate, yes or no? So I heard a little bit from this stream. There's still some parts that I'm discovering now, you see, because once again, it came on my feed yesterday. So I listened to a little bit yesterday. I listened to a little bit today as I was driving, to work. And then I figured, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to deal with that. But I'm going to quote a PhD regarding what I just stated. Oh, no, not that one. So you have it in the chat. I'm going to make sure that this link works because last time on the TLA, okay, it works. So for the record, Dr. Buddy Ehrman, PhD, wrote in his book, Did Jesus Exist? The Apostle Paul is our earliest surviving Christian author of any kind. Many readers of the Bible assume that the Gospels were the first books of the New Testament to be written, since they appear first in the New Testament and discuss the life of Jesus, who obviously started it all. But Paul was writing some years before the Gospels. His first letter, 1 Thessalonians, is usually dated to 49 CE. His last, Romans, to some 12 or 13 years after that. It is commonly said among mythicists that Paul does not speak about the historical man Jesus and has no understanding of the historical man Jesus. This simply is not true, as an examination of his writings show full well. Apparently, one reason mythicists want to make this claim is precisely that Paul is our earliest available witness. It's funny that he used the word witness, but it's to, witness, that is something that you see, that you have witnessed something. You never met Jesus, but anyway, writing within 20 years of the traditional date of Jesus's death. How can you be a witness and you write 20 years after somebody's death, 2 decades after his death? But anyway, let's go back to what we were dealing with.
Gospels are before or after Paul's writings.
All right, in the park.
Now maybe sister's busy now, or maybe she's having connection issues.
All right, let's move on. Let's move forward. Lord Abba in the building. What's up, Lord Abba?
Hey, Lord Abba.
Peace. What's going on? Can y'all hear?
Okay, they're going over. So earlier, so everybody know, earlier in the video, Shotgun Kemet made some claims that Lord Abba got one of his videos taken down. And that, Lord Abba, I don't know what happened here. I mean, before you click the link, I'm pretty sure you would have known what Shaka was about to require of you, because y'all been dialoguing for years. And so he kind of boxed you up a little bit, but let's watch.
I hear me?
Loud and clear, brother.
Clear.
Yeah, my mic arm got a little messed up, so I don't know if it's coming in clear. I had to sit my microphone right here.
But this is some good information too, so let's check the brothers.
It's very clear, brother.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Shaka and Dugu Kemet. Geesh, what's been 10, 11 years maybe? Finally, because I know that I've been calling for the smoke. You have a different version of history, and sometimes that happens. But I've been calling for the smoke for years. Let me just address.
All right, hold on.
You said that I got your channel.
Lord Abba never responded to my article that I wrote to him. No, it's one of the founding chapters of my book. No more Kemet, no more. But I remember seeing his scholarship elevate to where I started learning from him after a while, meaning that first you would go look up what he said and it'd just be all wrong. Then he got to a point where he'd write a document and you go look up what he said and it would be some good things in there that I did not know before reading the document. And so we all learn from each other. Ain't nobody here to be like that, but at the same time, we gonna keep it a buck. Here come an L for Lord Abba, let's see.
Struck, I've never gotten anyone's channel struck. Anyone. And
that didn't sound like Lord Abba to me.
Anybody could
know the video. You had the video.
Video, I've never did that, brother. And if you could show it, you could probably still go through your emails, pull the screenshot. I think my channel name at that time was Moorish Science TV or Lord Abba TV, one of those two. It'll be able to show you that my particular channel was the one that struck your channel. So that's not true. Okay,
it's true, brother. It was Lord Abba lying.
Well, if you can't show it, Shaka, he said show it, and we talking about source, you can't show it, so I'll take Lord Abba saying that ain't true.
Now, for the record, I just want to say, make sure that the sound is not too loud, because on my ears. Okay, so for the record, I maintain what I said. Now, I cannot show an email because that took place about a decade ago. Now, many of you know my website is at the bottom in the middle of the screen. And I was using the email address from my website. I actually had a few, And the main one, for those who remember, it was Kemet, KMT at afrostudy.com. But I had some other ones as well, So I stopped using my website's emails a long time ago. I still have the website, it's still there, I just showed it earlier. So I don't use my website emails. I deleted the accounts from my website email, so I don't have the emails anymore from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a decade ago, right? But it's okay. I'm not losing sleep over it. I cannot, show an email from YouTube. I cannot. But in 20 years, how many people see me lying? Anyway, let's continue.
He ain't strike your channel. He say he ain't do it. He probably said I struck your channel because that video was pseudo. But he didn't say that.
Put
so
it on Vimeo. Everywhere I will put it. But it's okay.
Brother, it wasn't me, brother. It wasn't me.
It was probably somebody that likes you and that did the work. But do you
remember? Nobody ain't like me back then. Nobody.
Well, you used to be a Moor after you used to be a 5%.
Still a Moor.
A Nubian. You used to be a Nubian. You used to say that Allah is merely a teraphim, which is a door. But then you change and you have the right to change. And you were on tape on Sanetta's platform, by the way.
That's right.
But do you remember saying that you will embarrass Reggie? Do you remember?
Now, for the record, that video they alluded to, let me go back just a few seconds.
Which is a door, but then you change and you have the right to change. And you were on tape on Sanetta's platform, by the way.
Wait, no, it's not the same one. That one that I talked about when he said that Allah was a teraphim, he was in Frankie's home. But there's another one where he was outside, right? And it was flagged by Frankie. I appealed, and then the video got back up. You know what I'm saying? But just for the record, you know, New York knew about me since 2011. Lord Abba mentioned me by name then. But I'm going to share that link. And I think I have the screen capture. Oh, there it is. You know about me back in 2011. Oh. In the chat. There it is. And I'm going to look for the screen capture about what he said regarding Rickety Amen.
But do you remember saying that you were embarrassed, Rickety Amen? Do you remember saying that? Because I have the screen print of that. You know?
All right, if you look, that was, man, we go back like 10, 11. I don't know. I probably did say that. I don't even know who you're talking about, but I probably said it. And if you have the screenshot of it, you can pull that up. It's just
it would take me time to look for it, but you know,
okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
But feel free anyway. You know, apparently, you know, you're ready for the smoke. Or
well,
whatever,
I just came on to clear those things up. You said something about white Canaanites, right? So this, I mean, I could run through some things real quick, Saab.
This will lead a little bit into the common Hebrew conversation that's being had in America or whatever, in sub communities about the color of the Canaanites and the people of the land in the Levant, which Abba mounted an argument to substantiate some black Moors. And so I remember their correspondence about this years ago. And here's a dialogue about it finally once they get to meet.
You want me to? I don't know. You know, because I'm like Sanetta, he was saying something about, you know, his new HOK lineup. I'll run through your whole HOK like Marshawn Lynch. Point blank, period. And
there you go, Lord Abba. Now you're right back.
I'm semi-retired. I'm into
politics. Come on, Lord Abba. Stop that. I got Domo out there waiting in the wing to take you on some of that you know, political science or whatever you call it, brother. So be careful.
Bring them more. So if real quick, if y'all want me to run through a preview of his white Canaanite theory that I debunked, man, 12 years ago, I can do that as well because I have this stuff already pulled up.
All right, let's do this then. I agree with that. Now, Senator, can you please show my screen? Those are Canaanites. That's Beni Hassan, and it's not a theory; it's an artifact. It is known. We have the original and we have the reproduction as well. So here I'm showing those white Canaanites. They are not black. So if you can show us black Canaanites, please be my guest, Brother Lord Abba.
See that? I've grown, right? I've grown in my information. Some things that I used to teach, I obviously do not teach them anymore because I realized that I was.
All right, see, you can just go watch this show just to see the whole video, but
facts based on my beliefs, based on my bias, et cetera, and I've made adjustments over the years, but I see that you have not. So let me share my screen real quick. Let me. This is easy. This is easy work.
So I'm stopping my share. It's funny you said that. I have not grown.
No, I mean you probably have, but in this area, I don't think that you have. So let me not make such a blanket statement, right? So let me see.
But let's be clear.
Let's do this. Let me blow this up. Let's
watch this.
Let's be clear, Brother Lord Abba. You're free to share anything you want. But are you going to show us some black Canaanites?
Sure, I got you. Okay, so
are you going to show us some black Canaanites, Brother Lord Abba?
Don't do that, bro. Let me get into. Can I get into my bag?
You're free, but I just want to know if it's something that you will show us because
I got you.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I just said I got you.
I guess I got you. Mean yes, I am going to show some black Canaanites, but this is what he's showing. Oh my gosh.
Will you show us some black Canaanites?
I just said I got you.
Okay, feel free. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Henrik Minu von Minatuli, right? This is a French guy, archaeologist, went to Egypt. I mean, this guy is famous in the ancient world for many of his finds and some of the things that he did insofar as Egyptological scholarship and research is concerned.
So I'm about to try to skip to where I see some Canaanites.
Let's see. Why is this man important in this argument?
Oh, here we go.
So we see here the tomb of Seti I, the Book of Gates, 4th division, right? And this is where mainly the scholars get the idea from, the false notion that the Canaanites were white people, right? So I'll have this.
So I'm gonna just tell you prior knowledge. Why you messing this up? I hope Shaka about to beat this up. But that don't say nothing about no Canaanites right there. That's talking about Aamu. Canaanites are referred to as Kanana or something like that. And their bigger group would be Retnu. Okay? Right here, this is Aamu. Particularly people from the east. Even Canaan ain't east. You gotta go east because you can't go through the Mediterranean, but then you're going north. You're really trying to go north if that's where you headed. Or you know how, if you want to look from their standpoint, then you're going south. But whatever the case, Aamu represent people of the east. All right. So I'm tripping off this, but let's see if this is pointed out.
This Canaanite here circle. This is whom they agree in the scholarship is a Canaanite, right? So he's asking me, can I show him black Canaanites? I want you to peek
that person ain't black
in front of him and the figure behind him. But I want you to also peek all of the rest of these figures. You can clearly see them in their full color, right? But there's something off about this particular individual. And why is it that, and we see that the individuals in front or behind him, they are possibly of the same stock as this particular individual is. This is where von Minatuli is important at, because this is an image that many of what I used to call the junior scholars like Sarah Seti, and back then I would call Shaka and Dubu Kemet one as well. And we see 4 peoples of the world: a Libyan, a Nubian, an Asiatic, which is a Canaanite, and an Egyptian. An artistic rendering by Heinrich von Minatuli that was created in 1820. Where did he get it from? The mural from the tomb of Seti I, which I just showed you. So why is this important? So when we pull up the actual image, right, we see something that's noticeable. We see that the face has been scratched. And I did this about 12 years ago. I think I did this when I was debunking Shaka and Dugu Kemet like 12 years ago, 10, 12, who knows? It's a long time ago. This is old scholarship right here. But you can clearly see that these depictions are off and that the face of this man has been clearly.
For the record, he never debunked me, and he actually ran from having a discussion with me 3 times, back then. But it's okay. Let's continue.
Clearly scraped out. One of the things that you can also notice is that the paint, look at the body, and you see the streaks. The paint has been rubbed off. And then go down to the legs. The legs have been completely whitewashed. So look at the difference between the legs, the body, and what you can make out of the face. This has been going on in these circles for a very, very long time. And I, kind of blew this image up. It's
all right, so his theory,
but let me come out of this,
is twofold. Because the reproduction it's more information that needs to be given with this type of a theory. The claim seems to be that Europeans or somebody gave us the lighter reproduction of the Aamu, who are not even Canaanites. I mean, you know, you show me the text where Canaanites are called Aamu. They're normally not called that. All right, but and so even in that picture that we're looking at from Benny Hassan, if it says Aamu and Kanana are Canaanites, then I would be wrong. But it's going to possibly say one or the other. We can pull it up and read it. We will.
Listen,
wait, Brother Lodova. Yeah,
I got you. But answer your question. I got you.
Yeah, can I interject? Can I interject? Can you put the stuff back on the screen?
Hold on.
Because
I'm already past it, but
if I understand correctly, that is the black Canaanite that you showed us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Exactly. Where does he say he is a Canaanite?
They don't say that he's a Canaanite.
So you made that up.
Yeah, that was my point.
No, he is a Canaanite. But most of the early scholarship does not say that he's a Canaanite, which is why they have it listed as an Asiatic. Why? Why would they try to hide?
So now they're trying to hide it? See, the good question he asked was a very simple question. Where does it say this person is a Canaanite? I just was going through that in my head. And now he said they don't say it, they're trying to hide it.
The identity of the people of Canaan. So this is what we're going to do. Let's get back into this thing. Because I don't do pseudo. My scholarship is top notch. And
all right.
But what they're showing in those depictions is the fact that the ancient land of Canaan was cosmopolitan. Because he said that the Canaanites were white. And when we say white, we understand that to mean Europeans today. Not
no, brother. No. White doesn't mean European, brother.
Okay.
White,
well, it doesn't mean okay. Well, that's the way they painted the Asiatic and the white man, which is what you see on your screen. Let me read. 4 peoples of the world. A Libyan, they got the color wrong.
All right.
Libyan,
well, this ain't a good.
An Asiatic, i.e. a Canaanite.
So you got to get past this right here, because again, we could go straight back to the TLA and we'll look at the uses of our Amu and compare it with the use of the term that actually indicated a Canaanite. The word Canaanite comes from an ancient Egyptian word. So if you know that, then you can't say that our Amu was the Canaanites. They never did Canaanite Amu as if they would do Mijah Nehesi, the Magi of Nehes. They didn't do that.
No, that's what you're saying, brother. That's not what your source says.
Okay. So the sources that you pulled up,
yes,
are you saying that the scholarship doesn't show that Asiatic and Canaanite are not interchangeable words?
I wouldn't say it's interchangeable because
the scholarship does not show that Asiatic and Canaanite are interchangeable words. And so again, we can just do the scholarship. Like, why even trip? This the difference. Maybe it get boring when you start doing this part or something, but nobody on the show even made no attempts at showing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, because of the way, the various ways I almost spell, one of them A's probably need to be capital. So let me try to find how they render this. Let's just see. All right, so I'm gonna go to Asiatic. Try to do it easy. Oh, let me see something. All right, so here we got different renderings of Asiatics. All right, check this out. 5 entries. Which would be Amu, Maat. This is a governor name. That's a title. We got Setu, like Setiu, Setu was also a name for some Asiatics. Apparently. Before we trip, we're going to...
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, you know. Internet connection is not the greatest this evening.
Even if it was
it is a Canaanite, brother.
All right, cool. If y'all find that in the text corpus, so be it. But what we have shown, at least in the dictionary, that Canaanites has a term in ancient Egyptian. You feel me? You ain't just making that up. I'm about to let this video play, and let's keep it popping.
Someone from Arabia. It could be someone from India. It's basically an Asiatic is someone from Asia.
Anyway, let me finish reading. So y'all heard that, and
yes.
I researched this. This is my wheelhouse right here.
Lord Abra on fire with this though. Can I say something? And I'm not trying to interrupt, but Shaka, remember me and you had a discussion.
Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. Continue, man.
All right. So I showed the image, Shy. Right. Wait. Let me go back. Because on this it showed you where Heinrich. It says an artistic rendering by Heinrich von Minutuli that was done in 1820, based on a mural from the tomb of Seti I. Let me go back. Hold on. Based on the mural of the tomb of Seti I. This is the mural. This is a part of a larger mural, of course. This one is the 4th division, the Book of Gates. So don't say that I didn't cite no source. That's intellectual dishonesty, brother. Okay, so let's get to this.
Brother, nowhere does he say he's a Canaanite. But even if he was
it is a Canaanite, brother. That's where I pulled in my research. But I'm gonna get into some of the history. Just
if you don't mind.
Let me cook. You got all the time.
Nah, hold on. You got to let him answer that because he can't go too long. You got to let him answer that, Lord Abba.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it doesn't become a lecture. Even if he was a Canaanite, which your source doesn't say he is, he says Asiatic. Is that a black man?
Yeah, it looked like one to me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, you've seen the screen and you've seen the reproduction, and you can compare with the skin tone of the Egyptian and the Nubian.
I mean, we got to the bottom of that. It don't say as a
just like
Canaanite.
according to the nation.
So I mean, anything he could say, he could say what he want to say, but it don't say
I'm
as
just
a
showing.
Canaanite.
Wait a minute, because you said
we had. So, you see, that's the same guy here.
Oh, now he's saying, look. Now he's showing a black Moorish. The next challenge is to show a black Moorish ruler. I mean, I'm pretty sure now we know. Yes, you can show a black Moorish ruler, Brother Shaka. But they would probably want to look at the Almoravids dynasty, which were Moors. That wasn't a founding. Am I right? That wasn't. Did I say that right? Now that makes me want to look that up. That wasn't a founding Moorish dynasty. Almoravid. Yeah, I know I didn't mess that up. The Almoravids. Now, if
those were Muslims,
Lord, I never actually. So there was a good question, and he challenged Lord Albert to put out a black Moorish ruler, and this is where we go.
Hoax. Those were Muslims, and amongst those Muslims, there were some black people, like mercenaries. Just like the U.S. Army, you have some black people. So if I show a picture of some black U.S. soldiers in Iraq, I'm not going to claim, black people invaded Iraq. It's the United States Army that invaded, and amongst those people, we had some black folks. Just like with the Persian archers, We have some who are brown, or some might argue black, but the majority of the Persian archers are actually white skinned, and this is in the Louvre Museum, and I have filmed that as well. So it's good if as a people we can grow and
it's looking like crazy.
Deal and comes to terms.
See, Alvo, that's what I'm saying. Next time, come with your sources out. You know how we do.
Bring closure to the hoax of the Black Moors ruling Europe.
Pull this up real quick. Oh, you want a black Moorish ruler in Europe? Or
Yes,
just a black Moorish sultan? I don't know what you're asking for.
I'm asking for a depiction of a black Moorish ruler, or a black Moor who is a ruler.
Pull me up, sir.
Okay. So we will find out if he was a ruler of a hut, or a city, or a country.
If you don't know this source, then you're not qualified to have this discussion. If you haven't read Golden Age of the Moors, a book by Ivan Van Sertima,
I have read it, brother. And even in that book, the depictions of the Moors, the majority of them are white.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, let me stop sharing this because this is easy work. You thought.
So hold on, Lord Abba. That what you showed us was a black Moorish ruler.
Of course.
All right. So it just, let us see. Okay. You just put up a page and you just close the page as quickly as you showed it.
No, because your argument is jumping.
Yeah, he
all
closed
over
it quick for a reason.
Brother.
Want Abba to come up here.
Let's see. Yeah, Reggie, and I'm glad you're here. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this. So, Saneda, can you please put this stuff back up? He says this is a black Moorish ruler.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. But
so
what we looking at now?
Yeah, we're looking at a sketch.
So, he is the Sultan of Morocco, right?
That's right. The founder of the which dynasty shit? This should be on this page. I'm kind of
rusty right there.
Stuff, man.
The Alawite dynasty or whatever.
Quick. The Alawite dynasty. My bad. Okay. I'm rusty.
So you're saying he's a Moorish ruler, right?
I mean, history is saying.
All right. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Man.
Can you show us where he says that he is a Moorish ruler?
This guy is the Sultan. It says it on the screen that was published. That was depictions that was created by the European. Moulay Al-Sharif Zarif, Prince of Tafaleta, Emperor of Morocco and Fez. That's a Moorish ruler.
I mean, that's fair to say. If he's the Emperor of Morocco and Fez at that time, that would be considered a Moorish ruler, right?
He was the ruler at that time. What are you talking about?
He doesn't say anywhere that he is a Moor. Did he call himself a Moor? Did other people call him a Moor?
When you want to have
okay. Well, Lord Abba, check this out. Let me share my screen now. Please, Saneda. Let me show my screen.
All right, we're going to do this, and that's enough for you, Lord Abba, until you're willing to accept the challenge.
I'm not even paying no attention.
Look at Reggie shaking his head. Reggie, who congratulated Chief X for saying that the ancient Egyptians were white. Reggie, who said that Heru is Greek, and he's shaking his head. Now, here, Lord Abba.
We're going to deal with Reggie next.
Lord Abba, why do you pick the one that seems to be black, and you don't pick the one that's obviously white?
Well, what you want me to do is show depictions that suit your narrative. I'm showing you the hand-painted images from the Europeans themselves about these particular rulers. And I got the sources right here as well. I could pull those up, but I guess I'll do that for the debate. This is your light work.
So hold on. He's making a very good point. So you saying they got hella other pictures of this dude online that look white, but you show the picture where he looked black? That's blackology. That's blackology 101. Without showing, look, they got all the pictures of him, but why did they draw him like this? How you know them ain't dark shadows?
Oh, yeah.
But they not, though, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you see here, you see that's the same guy here. Mullah Ismail Ibn Sharif. Oh, hold on.
That's a depiction of that guy, but that depiction is not as old as the one that I showed.
All right.
And if you want to get it, Sanetta, what we going to debate up, Si?
There it is.
I'll come out of retirement.
You've seen it for the record, brothers and sisters. You know, we have some picking and choosing, but I've shown you one, and he's not black.
Show me one, but is that depiction
Okay,
older
that's
than
cool.
the one I showed? And that's
so we can see how where this ended up. It ended up with Lord Abba showing two depictions that didn't line up. You see that for real though? This is my reaction video. You got to see me react. So hold on. This is a depiction of. I mean, he showed two depictions, right? He showed something that was supposed to be a black Moorish ruler, and he showed something that was supposed to be a Canaanite. Neither of them work. So we on to the next.
Had the video flag, but we can talk about today because that was 10 years ago. You know,
what we doing today? I'm into politics today. What we talking?
Yeah, well, I'm not here to talk about politics, but once again, I haven't seen any Moor either calling himself a Moor or other.
We're gonna get past the Moors because they took an L already on this show.
In the ancient,
let's get on this. Let's hear this.
Us had the video flag, but we can talk about today because that was 10 years ago. You know,
what we doing today? I'm into politics today. What we talking?
Yeah, well, I'm not here to talk about politics, but once again, I haven't seen any Moor either calling himself a Moor or other people a Moor, and I'm talking about black Moor. And when I'm asking for depiction of black Moorish ruler, we can see it's a struggle because so far, what was shown is questionable.
So you need a historical.
Maybe Reggie wants to speak now.
Reggie has to go get the stogie.
So you need
all right. Come on, Lord Abbott. We'll get back to you.
All right, we on to the next. Let's see what's
Bring
up.
Lord Abbott on last. Rush Lord Abbott.
This is Dr. Brother Reggie and Shotgun.
All right, man. Whenever you want to set the debate upside down,
I'm gonna call you, Lord Abbott.
All right, just call me. This is light work. Peace, Shaka. Long time no hear.
Peace, Lord Abbott. Long time no hear. Yes, peace to you, brother.
All right, brother Reggie, you up in here? You got the floor, Reggie. Do you have any grievances? Do you want to deal with some of the teachings? Let's start there. You claim that Heru is Greek. Can you explain yourself, Reggie? What do you mean by Heru is Greek now? Unmute yourself, brother, and explain yourself. You got a lot to explain here, brother.
Yeah. Peace to you, Sarnetta. Hope you're doing fine.
Peace. Yes, sir.
So you know, yesterday was the anniversary of my mother being.
I heard. You ain't tell me, but Reggie, Unc had to let me know.
Right.
So I heard about it. Sorry
so
to
I'm
hear that,
sensitive to any spooky stuff talking about life and death when I know that nothing saved my good mother for all the work that I did. Nothing. But training the bus driver to drive safely would have saved her. But ain't no God. None of that happened. She died, by the way, because I'm really mad about something. She died across the street from where Dr. Ben was living, where I was caring for Dr. Ben. She died right across the street. The next street, you can only go one way. So, I've read enough Kemet stuff, enough Hebrew stuff, Islamic stuff to know that we have to save our own lives. And I'm not going to be, how can I say, I'm not going to be in anybody's, I'm not capping for anybody. So this dude that's coming on, that's talking about me, all the work that I've done, all the people that I've served, I do think as a grown-ass man at 57 years old, putting 30 to 35 years in with the elders, I got to write as a grown man, I'm not a goddamn child, to speak my truth. But this dude that you got right here, this dude right here, he ain't did nothing for the community. He ain't did a motherfucking thing for the community.
All right, so initially, Reggie breaking out and telling us, yo, I've been here doing this for a long time. I've been a humble servant to the community, and his charge against Shaka is that he ain't did nothing for the community. All right.
I did the same thing you did.
You ain't did shit.
All right, hold on, Reggie.
Be polite.
Hold on,
Be
Reggie.
polite.
So now
on, Reggie, don't lose it.
So right now, Reggie turning up. Shaka asking him to be polite. And Sonetta is saying don't lose it. At the point of what we've done for the community right now, you know, Reggie is standing on his ground like, I've been doing this, you ain't been doing nothing. So let's see where that goes or what the relevance of that is in this conversation.
Now
Behave
he
like a
wants to come
savage.
on. Okay,
Don't
I'll
behave
take
like a
my language.
barbarian.
But
All right.
he wants to come on, and you know, Sonetta, he don't like nobody. He don't even like you. So you didn't even look him up. But he talks about everybody. But you forgot, you didn't look it up. You so busy thinking that he's gonna bang on me, but he don't like nobody in the community.
Saying like this though. I see that, Reggie. I feel you. You telling your man, look, this dude that you big up and don't even like you. But the cold part about that, the same way, look at Sai. He like, this dude think I'm crazy. The coldest part about that is, I guess you don't know, I was watching the video. Shock Andegu Kemet and Sonetta hooked up in a video called Sonetta Censorship on Sonetta TV. So Sai obviously know that he be talking about him because Sai was sitting there watching the video with my aunt was saying, oh, so now they censoring on Sonetta TV? Sai came in and joined the video. Ain't nobody on YouTube. I see, look, Dahudi my aunt right in the chat. Shout out Dahudi. Videos clowning on me. I ain't taking that to heart. We'll laugh if we met. And I'll be like, your videos is hella weak. Because we're on. But you feel me? And so I'm just simply saying, Sai probably didn't take none of that to heart as he about to say.
Reggie, you know already everybody talk about me, even the niggas I bring on. So that's fine. My skin is not like y'all's, man. I'm good with it. I'm all right. The brother's all right. As long as he showed me love and respect, I got to show him the same thing. So it's all right.
Let's get to Heru is Greek.
Yeah, talk about that, brother.
Okay.
Because every goddamn body talk about me. From the Hebrews, I still bring them on. It shows you.
Let's get to the dude's lives. Now, you can read about Heru in the ancient Egyptian text, but you can also read about Heru in the Greek and Ptolemy text.
Man, hold on, Reg. Come on, family. What are you talking about? Like, come on, bruh. You could read.
Now, for the record, what we're hearing right now, I'm discovering, just like, you know, a few other things before, you know, just discovering.
About Heru in the ancient Egyptian text. You also could read about Heru in the Greek Ptolemy text. We're talking about they got a charge against you saying that Heru was Greek. So let's listen.
That's part of the debate that Garfield is in. So when I talked about it, I was saying this is a story where the Greeks are talking about Heru. So this Heru.
Come on, blood. Hey, you don't never want to teach your children. I'm talking about my real adolescents. My daughter's birthday today. One of them turned 16. Shout out Savannah. When I'm talking with my children, I'll be like, yo, certain things that we need to come to. I mean, I'm just saying the way that we dialogue is certain conversational points that you probably don't want to overlook when discussing certain things, because one statement leads to another, and this line of defense for saying Heru is Greek. Let's listen.
Work that I've done, all the people that I've served, I do think as a grown ass man at 57
I don't want to go back to that. I'm sorry.
JTV is in the place to be. Wild one.
apologize.
30. He's gonna bang on me, but he don't like nobody. I'm
Let's
saying
listen to
Hold on, no.
Either you own up to it.
Let's get to the real stuff.
Y'all not looking good.
Hold on, no.
Now,
oh, how did I skip that far?
Garfield is in. So when I talked about it,
Okay, there you go.
Good with it. I'm all right. The brother's all
Here
right.
we go.
As
About
long as he
Heru
showed
being
me
Greek.
love and respect, I got to show him the
Heru
same
is
thing.
Greek. Let's listen
So
to
it's
that.
all right.
let's get to
brother.
Heru is Greek.
Yeah, talk about that, brother.
Okay.
Because every goddamn body talk about me from the Hebrews, I still bring
so
them on.
let's
It
get to the
shows you.
information.
Yes.
Let's get to the dude's lives. Now, you can read about Heru in the ancient Egyptian text, but you can also read about Heru in the Greek and Ptolemy text. That's part of the debate
So you can read about hella people in different texts.
that Garfield is in. So when I talked about it, I was saying this is the story where the Greeks are talking about Heru. So this Heru is in the Greek story. Next stupid question. What's
that's
the
not
next
what he
stupid
said.
question?
He said Heru is Greek.
Reggie in boss mode with the cigar. He was like, next stupid question. Hold on.
I got to write as a grown man. Wait!
Now,
is in the Greek story. Next stupid question. In the ancient Egyptian text. But you can also read about Heru in the Greek and Ptolemy text. That's part of the debate that Garfield is in. So when I talked about it, I was saying this is the story where the Greeks are talking about Heru. So this Heru is in the Greek story. Next stupid question. What's
that's
the
not
next
what he
stupid
said.
question?
He said Heru is Greek.
Shut up. Next question.
Come on, Reggie.
Shut up.
See, that part, that's the part where your brother Sinetta about to tell you right here. Like when you defend your stance and then you got to do the I know right now in debate, hostility ain't, it's like it's an escape mechanism. So let's see what Sinetta thinks.
Reggie,
I'm not
come
your
on,
son,
you gotta
Reggie.
be.
I'm not your
Reggie,
son.
you gotta stop.
Listen, I explained why it's part of the debate.
No.
It's a debate tactic.
I don't.
Yo, shout out to Phil. I'm gonna make sure she get that $20 too. He said, "Happy Born Day to Smash Ken." I appreciate y'all, but thanks for the support of the page. Let's keep this popping.
Yeah, about the debate. You said Heru is Greek. Either you own up to it, or you said I was wrong.
Hold on, Reggie, come on, brother. But you gotta be a better. You acting like JJ right now, bro. Come on,
I don't
brother.
act like JJ. I'm
Let's
saying
do
it was a
something
debate
else.
tactic. Remember.
Let's move to something.
JJ, told you, you got a stamp. You acting like JJ? Dang, you got a stamp, JJ.
Is in the Greek story. Next stupid question. What's
That's
the next
not what
stupid question?
He said Heru is Greek.
Shut up. Next question.
Come on, Reggie.
Shut up.
Reggie,
I'm not
come
your
on,
son,
you gotta
Reggie.
be.
I'm not your
Reggie,
son.
you gotta stop.
Listen, I explained why it's part of the debate.
No.
It's a debate tactic.
I don't care about the debate. You said Heru is Greek. Either you own up to it, or you said I was wrong.
Hold on, Reggie, come on, brother.
but
You gotta be a better. You acting like JJ right now, bro. Come on,
I don't
brother.
act like JJ. I'm
Let's
saying it
do
was a
something
debate
else.
tactic. Remember.
Let's move to something else. Can I move to something else?
There's a debate coming on.
All right, hold on, Reggie. Let him talk, Reggie. Go ahead, brother.
He says there's a debate coming up as if we didn't know. Now, just don't tell me to shut up. Give me at least a minimum of respect. I can do the same towards
No,
you.
you never respected me.
See, so that means I don't want to have a scholarly discourse in so many words.
Okay. Now, all I'm saying is, as we talk now,
You want respect now? You want respect now?
Can I come in?
Well, okay.
Can
When
I
you
say
told me
something real
F you, was that respect?
Yo, man,
Okay,
hold
you
on,
did.
hold on,
Anyway.
Shaka, hold on.
Yeah.
Reggie, hold on, brother. Reggie, y'all not looking good. Shaka's up in here for the first time, and y'all not looking good before the people, bro. Y'all scared? Stop.
It's
It
never
don't
being
matter.
fair, man.
You got the opportunity now to challenge him on scholastic scholarship. Y'all not looking good. Y'all cracking before him. He's in your mind. He got y'all going crazy. It's not looking good, bro. You see how Garfield called in, lost his whole composure. Now you coming in and you losing it. Like, come on, brother. This is the same tactics that y'all.
See, y'all gotta remember, some people don't even know the information. They just looking at how people acting. And that's even, I know some of the information. Besides just telling you the appearance, man, sometimes we gotta listen to our brothers who got an eye outside of our head. You know, Sai got love for you. Why is he saying this?
Okay, I'm saying you a debate tactic. Sarnetta, remember.
Let's move to something else.
Sarnetta,
Can I move to something else?
There's a debate coming on.
All right, time, and y'all not looking good before the people, bro. Y'all scared? Stop. It don't matter. You got the opportunity now to challenge him on scholastic scholarship. Y'all not looking good. Y'all cracking before him. He's in your mind. He got y'all going crazy. It's not looking good, bro. You see how Garfield called in, lost his whole composure. Now you coming in and you losing it. Like, come on, brother. This is the same tactics that y'all do to other people. And now you can't take the smoke, even though you got smoke all in your room. And you can't take the fire. Like, brother, you got to be more scholastic than that right now. People are looking at you from all over the world. You are a scholar teacher. So I'm going to bring you back, and then I'm going to have to bring my brother in, LaRoche, and see what's up. Come on, brother. You're a teacher.
Good evening.
Hold on, man. Shout out to the doctor who came and tapped in. But you was chiming in just so beyond far back, like from 10 years ago. These brothers need to be respected. They might not have titles like yours, but their information is beyond yours. And so I didn't understand whether this is your field or not, and you get respect for earning your accolades, but the way you was chiming in was like setting the conversation back.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Peace, brother.
Yes, I just wanted to weigh in. The gentleman was talking about white and black, white and black, white and black. And I just want to remind people, the whole concept of white is an artificial construct. It was an artificial construct to take land away, to take power away, to control people. There's no such thing as white. If you hold a white piece of paper,
we talk about this with Unc every day.
No person that's that particular color white. Okay, they're pink, different shades, and Africa has a great.
Your shirt. Just say your shirt, brother. Look at your shirt.
Look at my shirt. Africa has that greatest diversity of colors, from jet blue black to white, being the albino, completely amelanotic. So I would just ask you to sort of remove that content when you're making your arguments, because that's an artificial construct playing into the.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't right, but I'm saying if he was following our subject matter, which I'm sure he's not, but he's following this video, he would know that we've addressed that various times. We always mention the social constructs of, the so-called, quote unquote, it's not a caste system, but how they got it set up, social structure of racism, of race.
The social order that's been created to oppress us in that respect. And back in the day when they did do those drawings, most of the people, you had light-skinned people there too, just like in the African throughout the continent, because it has the greatest heterogeneity in terms of DNA in that respect.
That's all true.
They were not like European type light skin in that respect. They were different shades. Even if you go there now, if you go to Egypt now, the people there, they're very dark skinned because the sun is very hot. It's 110 degrees there. It's very hot, constantly in the sun in that respect. The people who are very, very, very light skinned, people have transplanted themselves there. Particularly a lot of Europeans that have moved to Israel and Middle East, and some of the Arabs that have come down north as well. So I just wanted to make that point.
May I ask you, do you live in America?
I do.
All right. So I don't think you told the American government that they should stop with the census where you can select white. It's a reality. It's not artificial at all.
All right, so this is
Now, by
taken in a
white,
different
of course,
place, but
I mean, social construct. That's
yeah, and he's right
So
about
you
it being
have
a social
Africans
construct. But what they'll eventually
Obviously, he will
discuss
be
is
darker.
he starts bringing out some sources that we've already reviewed. He even said, look at the Olmec heads to see that Africans traveled the whole world. If anybody want to come in and defend that Olmec head theory, then feel free once the Zoom is opened up. But we passed that right now. The Olmecs proved that Africans traveled the earth.
In that day, when you're looking at some of the stelae in Tepla City, I mean, that was several thousand years ago. Back at that time, most of Africa had already been, most of the world had already been populated by Africans. Everyone was, for the most part, African. Even the first Europeans were African in that respect. So the concept of whiteness is more of a modern thing that came up in the 1600s. And once again, it was a social construct to oppress and to steal power in that respect. That's a very recent term in that respect. So I would just wanted to caution you that as you use that in your scholarship.
Well, Doctor, I would say this. You know, as you said, Africa is the most diverse place. So you have Africans in Southern Africa that are as light as Africans in North Africa because of the distance from their sun. So, but we have to understand that the people on the continent of Africa are African. And so skin tones, we can't never do skin tones when we look at Africa because we don't know necessarily from whence they come from. So we make the mistake. And so even when we look at the Ramses in the Book of Gates, and we look at how ancient Egyptians was depicting them, they were depicting people at that time. What was problematic about that whole conversation was we weren't really looking at the primaries. The primaries are all faded, right? And so we can't do lookership and say that one person is African and one person is not African. As you,
I agree with
you. No, I'm agreeing with you.
No,
I'm agreeing with you. And so yes.
That's what the presenter was saying. That's no longer presenting the original presenter. So he sort of signed off. But that's all I want. That's all I came on to say.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say that so we have Africans in North Africa that may be lighter, but some of them are darker depending on the period.
I want to get back to some different scholarship.
The minute that we start doing things like we do, look at the picture and separate our people and say, oh, that's the Amu people, or that's a Chichinahu, and that's the only way that they look like, then we're being as unscientific as white people.
And then
who did that?
That's a good point Reggie made there.
And when we
Who did that?
All right.
Nobody did that though.
Can I ask you for your name, brother with the glasses?
Yeah, Dr. LaRoche.
Dr. LaRoche, pleased to meet you. Now, the argument that you stated is cliche to say that the world was populated by black people. This is something that I usually hear. But what is the date? What is the time period? Sanetta, can you please share my screen so I can show the standard of war, which is 2500
well,
BC?
To answer your question, if you go back in history, every continent, and someone who was doing some good scholarship work on this is Runoko Rashidi, who may he rest in peace. He was able to show basically on every continent.
So we're going to skip, because now you're going to Runoko Rashidi, Ivan Van Sertima, and y'all know, those are the books we have to read at the beginning. And so if that's what his sources is on what he's saying, let's go to the next stuff.
Right? In the introduction, each
building.
Right? In the introductory Metanetra, she never taught Metanetra in the context of her personal religion.
I'm not talking about the Metanetra.
So the challenge here is, why are you letting mad at Jabari for being a priest, but you're not mad at Dr. Raketi Ahmed for being a priest? And this is the response.
I'm talking about the Metanetra. I'm talking about her being a Kemetic priestess. And that's her title, Hemet Netjer. So you don't criticize her for being a Kemetic priest.
Right, but also
so if I can just finish my sentence.
You gotta let him finish, Reggie. You gotta let him finish, brother.
Yeah. Well, Raket, the root has something to do with knowledge. So
let's stop That's not gonna work. Let's see what's going on here. Did he ask him what did Raquette mean?
Ask him, Reggie. Talk to your brother.
Okay. Well, Reggie.
Okay. So I heard the other thing. So Dr. Riketti Amen, you brought her up for whatever reason.
She's a Kemetic priest.
Saying that she's a Kemetic priest. Have you ever talked to her?
I have communicated with her, but it doesn't matter if I communicate.
Wait. So have you ever talked to her?
I've communicated with her. You can ask her if I'm lying.
Okay. So now, does she teach openly her what she believes?
Whether it's openly or not, she's teaching it.
No, but I haven't. I was a student of hers, right? In the introductory Meta Nature, she never taught Meta Nature in the context of her personal religion.
I'm not talking about the Meta
Nature
skill set. I'm not talking about the Meta Nature. I'm talking about her being a Kemetic priestess. And that's her title, Hemet Netjer. So right. you don't criticize her for being a Kemetic priest.
Right, but also
so if I can just finish my sentence.
You gotta let him finish, Reggie. You gotta let him finish, brother.
Yeah. Well,
so this point of contention is being made. I'm trying to see what winds up happening.
Okay, the root has something to do with knowledge. So, if there's no double standard, then you shouldn't criticize Jabari for being a Kemetic priest. The only difference is that one is a female, the other is a male. But since you asked about the other stuff, it's up to you to state, because the live stream has been removed by Garfield. But didn't you say that Heru is not the son of Saul?
No, I did not say that. I did not. Watch this. There are two Horuses. There's Horus the elder, and there's Horus the...
Oh my God, blood. So this is why you don't turn against Kemet, bro. Come on, man. There's two casuals, casual the younger and casual the older. There's two everybody's. Sarnetta when he was young and Sarnetta when he was older. You telling me that being an elder or being a youth changes who your father is? Bruh. Now, we can just do it right now. Are we saying the sources of these stories marry Heru's lineage? So Heru the elder ain't the son of... See, some points are being made, but we got to make them in honesty. We find, Reggie has a point that we find Heru before we find Asar. That will be the way to mount that argument. How do we find Heru in text? Well, we don't find what's there. No place mentioned next 100, 200 years. Meaning Heru would be older than the one stated to be his father at a later time period. But the argument that one is the younger and one is the older, so that makes them have a different father. You missed me with that one, so let's go. Just at the element before we go in, let's just go on the elementary. See, they're not even gonna do that. If I type in Horus the elder, why they lead me back to the regular Horus? Because it's the same person. Just when he's an elder. Come on now. Horus Pakared is Horus the child when he being held by his mama. So let's look at this.
Okay, I'm gonna go fast forward a little bit.
We know all rule. I remind her. Maybe he wanted to keep that for the debate or something. Who knows? But Reggie's debate. But I'm just saying, let's look and see.
So if I communicate.
Wait. So have you ever talked to her?
I've communicated with her. You can ask her if I'm lying.
Okay. So now, does she teach openly her
But look, if we don't do the primaries like this on the show, nobody know who winning. So right now it's 1-1. In my opinion, I'm trying to be fair to everybody. I love everybody on the panel that I know. You know, I wish the best for everybody on the panel. And so this is what I'm saying. That first one, Reggie went down a point. Reggie just came back and said there was two, because Heru was Greek. You're going to have to take an L on that. You know, no matter how we look at that he ain't Greek. Nevertheless, on your second statement, it turns out to be true, and Shaka contention of what you said is revealed to be erroneous. So let's see.
What she believes.
Whether it's openly or not, she's teaching it.
No, I haven't. I was a student of hers, right? In the introductory Medu Neter. She never taught Medu Neter in the context of her personal religion.
I'm not talking about, but didn't you say that Heru is not the son of Asar?
No, I did not say that.
But Reggie said he didn't say it, but I think we got the video where he did say it, and it's cool to not recall something that you said, because people be having to show me if I said something I don't remember. But now we talking double-ish, because the people learned today that by investigating what you guys are saying, we come to some understanding that a version of Heru the Elder had a different, in that story, he had a different mother and father. Okay? But there was still the Heru who was the son of Asar, so let's keep listening.
I did not watch this. There are two Horuses. There's Horus the Elder and there's Horus the Younger.
Yes.
Okay, so I had to correct you on that.
Okay.
So he did have to correct you on that. Actually, you thought you wasn't correct, Shaka, but he did.
No, you did not correct me. You just stated, and I'm sure other people who have heard it will manifest themselves. But once again,
like I said, I mean, it's 1-1 right now.
Again, the live stream was deleted by Garfield, but I'm pretty sure that other people have heard you say that Horus is not the son of Asar. But that's okay. We got that off the way. Now, if I quote you, you can claim that I quoted you out of context, and if it's the case, you are free to quote yourself in context, but you cannot criticize me for quoting you.
Let's get back to this. So I said that of all the years that I've known Dr. Richetti, Dr. Richetti is a teacher of the Medu Neter. And as someone who's was fortunate to learn from her, right? And so not online, in a classroom.
Doesn't make a difference.
And seeing her over the years, right? And seeing her over the years, she leaves it up to you what qualities of what you want to take from the system. She's very neutral with that. So she's not a person.
Yeah, he making good points on Sister Richetti, and I want to leave her kind of out of it, so I'm gonna skip past that.
Okay.
So you sure
but I believe that the points were being made about those points. Y'all can watch Sonetta TV to see this video in full. But let's go to the Hebrew brother who wants to come in and take us back to whether Canaanites were white or not. Now, if you don't know the underlying premise to that argument, is because now black people are saying that they were Hebrews. And we know that these people called the Jews or the Israelites supposedly took the land because God told them. They went and took land from people called the Canaanites. Some people also, scholars say that the Hebrews were just a mixed group of Canaanites. Even the Bible say a mixed multitude. And so the brothers under the Hebrew persuasion need to make some ground on this white Canaanites thing. And so that's why they're coming at that. Let's go.
Well, white, because people been in Australia for a long time, right? When they came over there.
Hold up, who said that? Who said that, Quinal?
Nobody said that. It's a misunderstanding, brother.
And the people that did it are still white. You got people in South Africa.
You wanted to interrupt
still white.
Reggie, please let the brother speak. Let him speak. I like when Hebrews speak.
I mean,
it shows a lot of ignorance.
Do the sun change your hair? I mean, does it from nappy to straight? Does it change your nose? Does it change your eyes from brown to blue? You know, does it make your ears small to the size of elephant ears? So does it change the shape? Does it change your cranium, your jawline? You know, does it change the shape of your behind?
The sun does change your change your nose.
I'm not talking to you, Reggie. I'm not talking to you. All right.
Okay. No, brother, nobody said
I'm out, man. Y'all interrupting something.
No, yeah, nobody said that the sun makes you black. I think it's some misunderstanding. But the doctor that was here, I think Dr. LaRoche, his name is, forgive me if I mispronounce your name, he talked about, you know, the sun giving you a tan.
Who said the sun make you black,
though?
though?
Said that the sun will turn you black. You know, this is
I mean, like, it's crazy.
All right, we got my brother in the building. Congratulations to the debate you just had with brother Chris Harris. Elder Yara, you on the floor, brother. You got the floor.
Another Hebrew teacher. Let's see.
You're muted, brother Yara. Peace to you. You're muted, brother. You're muted. Oh, now we.
All right, we hear. Oh man, hold up. We hear you, brother.
Can you hear me? All right, peace and black power, man. To Sonetta Studios. Shout out to you, Dr. Reggie, as well. I can't tell who the brother is down in the corner, but to the guests, peace to you.
Black Lord. He called himself the Black Lord, brother.
The Black Lord. Well, peace to you, brother. And our guest up there in the corner, man. I just really want to have a straightforward question, man. Is ancient Kemet the paradigm? You think that that's where our people or your ancestors hail from ancient Kemet, from that belief system?
And go back all the way to Kemet, because the first dynasty was 3100 BCE, so that's 5,000 years ago. I don't make that claim that my direct lineage comes from Kemet, but I have chosen this philosophy or way of life because we can see the structures are still standing. And I don't consider, contrary to, and I'm not throwing in the shaft, this is a statement made publicly. Reggie said that the kings who built the pyramids were crazy, that they were cuckoo. And this is a public statement, Reggie. I'm not disrespecting you. I don't feel the same way. I think it's a great structure. It is known as a wonder of the world. It's the oldest and the only one standing. So people can see what Judeo-Christianity has done to us. Ultimately, there was hundreds of years of slavery, and with Islam there was thousands of years of slavery, and in some countries it is still going on. So combined, the Abrahamic belief system has caused us about 1400 years of slavery. But Kemet, the result was a great science, great knowledge. So yeah, that's what I would say. So it's up to the people to choose and decide. If people want to be Jewish, it's fine. My issue is people claiming that the Canaanites were black.
So he basically broke it down. So what's the argument over? I mean, it ain't no argument between that stance, and that's kind of like how I feel a little bit. Like, yo, if people want to choose to espouse Hebrew culture, that's their decision. It's a cultural decision. A white girl could go get up right now and go join an African tribe for the rest of her life. And if they'll accept her in the tribe, she about to be a member of that tribe. You don't care if she's from Europe, nowhere. Life don't work like that. You could be accepted into certain cultures without being, I mean, so in Judaism, supposedly, I don't know about the lineage thing, how to be. Nevertheless, you can convert, right? And so the argument is we ain't converts. We was really this. Well, okay, cool. But I'm just saying, he said for him, he just chose to espouse Egyptian culture. He's not saying that he think that his bloodline gonna lead all the way back to that.
When we even have depictions of them. And same for the people of Arabia, because I don't want people to think that I'm focused on the Hebrew Israelites. Once again, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, I disagree with this claim. He challenged me, he backed down, but I still refuted these claims in writing, and the article is on my website. So I'll end there so I'm not too long-winded. I think you're muted, brother Yara.
Sure.
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
Well, I got it. So great. So two things. I appreciate that. Before I go any further, so you say you believe that all of the all of the Canaanites were white, right? Based on phenotype, correct?
Based on the data, the archaeological data, yes.
Okay, so you
not
completely
that one, but go ahead, brother.
okay, so you completely disagree with what we know about the Elamite tribe, who were considered Canaanites, and it's that the Elamite tribe, who we know that Flanders Petrie, who's never been debunked on this topic, says that the Elamite tribe introduced the worship or the deity of Horus. They were also known as the Falcon tribe. They brought in the worship of Horus with them into ancient Kemet. So you would believe that Horus, or the deity, the worship of Horus from the Falcon tribe of the Elamites, who we know were in ancient Kemet, were not.
Yeah, he made an argumentative error too, and Shaka gonna point it out like, oh, because you worship something, you a certain color.
Not black people.
Well, you have black people who worship Allah. The people who brought forth Islam are not black people. The Greeks worship Horus as well. The Greeks are not black people. So
That's not what I asked. But that's hold on. Yeah, I understand, but that's not what I asked you though. I asked you, do you believe that the Canaanite Elamites were white people?
I believe that the Canaanites were white people, and we have depictions of them. We have artifacts, archaeological artifacts of them, and paintings as well, like the one in Beni Hassan. Now, them worshiping Horus does not make them black, because the Greeks also worship Horus. It doesn't matter who they worship, you know.
Well, the Greeks worship Horus because they came in and acculturated the Kemetic culture.
Yes,
right. So they didn't create that. So my next question is,
hold on, brother. The Elamites did not create that either, because Kemet had dominion on parts of Canaan, and I think you know that, right?
Well, they had some parts of Canaan were vassal states to ancient Kemet, but specifically the Elamite tribe or the Falcon tribe, we don't necessarily see that. But I'll move on from that. So are you postulating that?
See, that's what I'm saying. If all of your questions is theologically motivated, how you gonna be doing scholarship? You don't want to know nothing else about stuff that could prove that you was the Hebrews. Let's keep going.
Ancient Kemet had no system of slavery.
Now it's about to get good.
And if you are aware of that, then please show us.
I asked you a question. Are you saying, so you're saying you have no knowledge of that? So that brings that what that does is, for me though, I have to question your real scholarship on ancient Kemet, if that's what you're postulating. If you're saying that they have no, if you say you're not aware of that, that's something that should be elementary to a student of ancient Kemet.
Well, if it is elementary, then please show us slavery in Kemet.
Well, actually.
Well, this is just going to get to more of the brother talking. We all know Sonetta TV. We all know when we call in to ask a question, don't come with that unprepared stuff. Like, as long as my brothers are sitting in front of these computers waiting for the next statement, you can have your sources and your documents. None of that, I ain't got it right now. None of that, I'm on my phone. You called in on your phone to raise this contention. So what we're going to get to is nobody having nothing to prove what they saying.
Actually, I mean, I would like to debate that with you, because I don't think you're really astute in ancient Kemet in the history as you say you are, just by listening to you for the past 2 minutes.
So he don't believe that he the ancient student that he think he is just by listening to him for the past 2 minutes. Just because you believe that you was chosen by God, a Hebrew in the section. Because he don't know nothing about slavery, but you can't bring no sources out on this show live at all. You want to debate at the time. That's a farce. That's like a person who want to fight you later. You want to fight me next week?
What you think is a belief, but I've shown artifacts.
It's not what I think. I will bring sources. Everybody knows me. I won't bring anything without sources.
You're claiming that there was slavery in Kemet, right?
I'm not claiming anything. I'm bringing sources.
No, you haven't brought anything. I haven't seen anything. If you
I'm saying I will bring sources.
Okay, fine.
So y'all right. Notice how, remember in the beginning of the video, I pointed out that my brother keeps leading back to what the data says, and he's saying he will bring it. So just be quiet, and even Shanetta gonna tell you, then come back with your sources.
Right? Are you saying? I'm asking you. Do you agree to the teachings that the Israelites were enslaved in Kemet, in Egypt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can show that. We can prove that.
And they was enslaved by whom?
Guarantee you, he can't show that. I put anything y'all want to bet that he can't show that. You know why? Because can't no real scholars show it. So real scholars look at this stuff without a bias. The reason why they started Bible studies was to make sure that all of the information coming out of about biblical instances wasn't theological. You know that, right? Because in theology, you cannot look at the text with a sense of literary criticism. It's almost blasphemous. You see? And so they had to start an arena where you could question where God did it wasn't a good enough answer. And so, but again, that's why discourse, somebody who only just leaning on their theology, it often ends not so well.
Boom.
They was enslaved in Kemet by the Assyrians.
So you messing it all up. See, you trying to throw something out there that we could grab a little caveat. No caveat. No, they wasn't. Because you have to stop switching from people who you keep trying to substantiate as Israelites, because we find the name Israel, supposedly the so-called name Israel, only used once in ancient Kemet. So then, therefore, I know that was in the Mur and Patastel. So whatever they called them, if whatever you said was true, during the time period of the series, it wasn't the Israelites. It wasn't the Israelites. They never called them that. And furthermore, you just messing everything up. He said, during the time period of the Syrians, man, come on, I'm not even going to keep going there. But this is getting close to the time period of the Jews and elephant time. Just walking around chilling, trying to build a temple, getting fairly close. Maybe, I don't want to be 100 years off, but I'm just saying.
See, this is what I mean by the what he's saying. They weren't enslaved by the native people of Kemet. They were enslaved by the ruling party, which we know were derived from the Hyksos people. Right?
So that makes now he just messed it all up. Because the pyramids had long been built. So now y'all story falling all apart. Wasn't y'all enslaved building some big old stuff? So they wasn't building the pyramids, then what was they doing? Enslaved working in some city? This is anachronistic. And Moses led them out from the slavery. So Moses led them out of slavery during the time period of the Assyrians. Wow.
Right? Or what we would call the Assyrians in latter terms. So this is what I mean about
So you the super scholar, but Moses led, supposedly during your theological story, Moses led to stop the slavery of the Hebrews in Egypt, but to you it was still going on during the Assyrians while the Assyrians was there. Dude, no disrespect, I dialogue with anybody, but look at how easy that is. So if Moses in your theology, you could never go against that. He the one who stopped the slavery against the Jews, right? So that happened during the Assyrians. I would have been asking them that, Shaka.
That studying ancient Kemet, this is a faux pas with this brother right off the bat. And just in the last 10 minutes that I've been reading him in regards to his scholarship, I don't disagree that I think he believes and knows what he knows. I'm not arguing against that. But what I'm saying is there are certain things about ancient Kemet that you can't dismiss or say you don't know if you call yourself a student of that culture.
That left front rotor need replacing, JJ. I ain't hating on nobody. Go roll back up under the car, bruh, and finish them brakes.
So if you say they didn't have a system of slavery, then you're incorrect. And I'll challenge you or anyone else on that.
It's up to you to show and prove, because everything that I've said, I've backed it up.
You haven't showed and proved.
Hold on, you gotta let him speak now, right? You gotta let him speak now.
Okay. what is it that I haven't shown in proof? You proven you the one who making the claim that there was.
Oh, I don't have a problem proving that. Is just what I'm saying to you. So you can.
I'm gonna let y'all on the panel in a minute. I'm just having my fun. Y'all know y'all like to hear me entertain, right? Come on.
Yeah, but so far you have not. But I want to say one thing.
Yeah, right. You gotta let him talk, brother. He let you talk. Yeah, right. You gotta let him get it out.
Yeah.
Let him get it out.
Hey, hold on.
No,
it ain't nothing to get out. I'm ready to do this. We can do this tomorrow.
All right, he gonna lose. Basically, let's keep going. He gonna lose tomorrow.
No, Reggie, let the brother finish, man.
Yes, if you don't mind, Reggie. Now,
if you think you can show some Israelite slavery in Egypt, you're gonna lose tomorrow. Anybody in the chat, you can lose today. I'm gonna post the link.
Some great falsehood, and I don't have anything against you. You have the right to disagree with me. I'm fine with that. Now, you talked about.
Y'all just don't be hearing the brother because he's talk so eloquently. You're gonna be like, I ain't hear what he said. Listen, he like, man, you just put forth the great falsehood.
No, you haven't showed and proved.
Hold on, you gotta let him speak, all right? You gotta let him speak now.
Okay. What is it that I haven't shown in proof? You proven you the one who making the claim that there was.
Oh, I don't have a problem proving that. Is just what I'm saying to you. So you can.
But so far you have not. But I want to say one thing.
Yeah, right. You gotta let him.
I double. No one has the heart. They stay from my show. I double dog dare anybody to come in here and show that the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. No one gonna try that craziness.
Talk, brother. He let you talk. Y'all right. You gotta let him get it out.
Yeah.
Let him get it out.
Hey, hold on.
No,
it ain't nothing to get out. I'm ready to do this. We can do this tomorrow.
Okay, well, brother, there's one thing you said.
Can I say one thing?
No, Reggie, let the brother finish, man.
Yes, if you don't mind, Reggie. Now, you said some great falsehood, and I don't have anything against you. You have the right to disagree with me. I'm fine with that. Now, you talked about the Persian deriving from the Hyksos, and you're saying that
I never said anything about the Persians.
You
never said anything about the Persians.
He didn't. He said the Elamites. You gotta have your scholastic memory, Shaka.
You mentioned the Hyksos, right?
Yes.
All right. Who are the Hyksos?
Who are the Hyksos?
White people? Yes.
They weren't white people. No white people existed.
So let's just stop. Because if you go to the dang text, this is why we gotta become literate, symbol literate. Benny, Hasan. I'm just going through my scholastic memory. Y'all see how people try to lean on this damn. Nah, let's. These foreign rulers. Here go a scribe. We can own. So the Asiatics. They're not called Canaanites.
White people existed during that time, and we have plenty of depictions of them. Okay, Senator, please show my screen again. This is the standard of.
Yeah, you're gonna show me a picture of the Gutians. You're gonna show me the Gutians.
All right, everybody, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
How you know what he gonna show?
Time out, everybody.
Man,
time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother.
Oh, sorry.
First thing I want to let the people know.
Terminology in it.
We hear you.
Say something. Feel free, Reggie.
Terminology in managing history, and they dictionaries and databases and stuff like that, and we have their terminology in it. So the only way that we can verify it or not is to read the text that they are pointing to. The fact of the matter is that Africans did take captives of war, right? And in taking captives of war, there weren't whole sets of prisons, right? And then they did send people who broke the law to salt mines to get granite and stuff as a penalty.
Reggie breaking it all down very wise. He ain't called none of that slavery yet. Because again, every society, there are penalties. Those aren't considered slavery. Some of the penalties might inquire forced labor. That's called corvée. I went over that the other day. All right, that's not necessarily chattel.
Because they could have given up their lives. They had a choice.
Exactly.
To live out their lives in punishment or to die. So many of those captives choose to live out their lives instead of dying. So slavery in the ancient world, you have to look at it in different contexts. So if I went to the TLA, for example, I don't know why it's not coming up in English today.
Yeah, don't mess up the TLA here, Reggie.
We would have to actually, yeah. So let me just share my screen, present. So what we have to do, the problem is, Sarnetta, into the audience, I've read a lot of Kemet texts, really dealing at the time Kemet on trial to
see, don't mess it up, Reggie.
With those
Come
Hebrews,
on,
not all Hebrews, but those.
Come on, brother. Bach. Why you pull up Bach? Oh man, we about to do some homework today. We're gonna bring my brother in here. This is the best place for discourse. Because now y'all can come into the locker room, but Reggie done brought the locker room on the field. Because he's saying I'm on a different team now.
Those Hebrews were gonna bring. And I, of course, was on the side of ancient Kemet. But some of the things that they brought up were troublesome, and we had to do extra research to say what they really meant or what they could have meant at that time period.
So if we want to use Bach for enslavement, shouldn't we go through Bach and its uses in the Medu Neter and the TLA and see how it's used? Because what we're going to come to find out is that Bach really means to work or to render services, just like it says right here. And so one who is a Bach, it's not unfair, because here are the three terms that we have to deal with, and the one that is will be most qualified for the people who are trying to say something about slavery would not be him, Hemet, or Bach. I'm pretty sure Reggie knows this. We dealing with Marut. You see, if you go through all these texts like we do and go look, these
slave is in different contexts, and
we're gonna keep going.
And so when we bring up the TLA, and I search for the word slave, slave is in different contexts. And so we see a Hemet is a servant or a slave, right?
A Hemet is never a slave in the sense of chattel. Come on, man. Come on, cuz. Why are you doing this? Like, let's go. Let's just look at Hemet and see when they talking about a slave then. Cool. So I did this not according to the commission sent to the servant of the king. What? That's just...
Okay, at this point, he finished playing this video when I was on Frankie's panel. There's two quotes that I want you to hear from Reggie. I have the timestamp.
Just basically did a sick.
But you know that why that's not good, because you're talking about slavery.
Right, but when you put people, see, prisoners are slaves.
But feel me, they have.
You hear what he said? Prisoners are slaves.
Prisoners, in order to become a slave, have to commit an egregious action.
I agree. So we're not.
Now, listen. He's gonna say something similar again.
So where does slavery come in? Show me this then.
Okay, when you put a person in prison, in any vernacular, right? Any vernacular, they are a slave. Now, they in any vernacular, they are a slave. They are involuntarily held as a.
When you put some, let's hear it again. When you put people in prison, they are slaves.
Slave. Now, in any vernacular, when you put a person in prison, in any vernacular, right?
any vernacular, they are a slave. Now,
when you put a person in prison in any vernacular, they are a slave. He said that because he was capping for the Hebrew Israelites. See, the Hebrew Israelites are real funny. There's no archaeological records for the Exodus. Several scholars said that it is folklore. You know, even Abrahamic, even Jewish scholars. So many Hebrew Israelites, they want to bring up, oh yeah, we have some case of slavery in Kemet. What about the Hebrews? But anyway.
Now, they in any vernacular, they are a slave. They are involuntarily held as a prisoner, and even
when you put some people in prison, they are slaves, and they are involuntarily in prison. I mean,
involuntarily held as a prisoner.
Involuntarily held as a prisoner. I mean, make that make sense.
And even in America's Constitution, anybody imprisoned, you can tell them what to do.
Well, let me ask you, Brother Reggie. I was trying to ask you earlier. So if somebody came over to your house and slapped the shit out of you, you ain't gonna do nothing to them?
That's not. You didn't hear the first part.
Yes, Reggie. I will. I will enslave their ass.
You didn't. You didn't.
Come over to my house and enslave their ass.
Okay, you act like it's the same cut. Okay, what do we do to get enslaved?
I will enslave their ass.
What do we do?
And would Reggie just make stuff up he wants to be. Now I don't know what the rest is. But anyway, somebody want to get on the panel, feel free. I know it was long, but I wanted to have that for the record. I discovered most of the conversation, but it's just really sad. It's just really sad. It is clear that Reggie had an issue with people who were dealing with Kemet. He went against most people who've been dealing with Kemet. He's notorious for going against Sarasut Seti for a long time, and then he gave information to the opponent of Sarasut Seti. We know he went against Jabari and gave information to the opponent of Jabari, which was Garfield Reed, who never showed up for the debate. And indeed, he messed up one day and he showed the slides, the PowerPoint slides. So he actually helped Garfield, contrary to what was stated by both of them. They both claimed, Reggie said he was not helping Garfield. Garfield said that Reggie was not helping him, but Reggie messed up. And he showed that live on air. I documented that. He was mad, and that's when he insulted me. I even let it slide then. He told me F you like several times. I even let that slide then, but after that, what I'm saying, I had to, give back the heat, give back the smoke. Y'all know that he's been claiming that Maat is a bird, and the first time I ever heard somebody say Maat is a bird is when I had the weigh in with Tazaria, that I destroyed, and who ran from me, was scared to debate me, and he lied on the Bible, and he made up some artifacts. So it's just something documented, but it is what it is, to each his own, So Hebrew Israelites, if you have any records for the Exodus or for your claims anyway, even the Bible, I mean, it's just amazing. The strength that they have is just in numbers, if you want to call that strength. When it comes to JT wrote Pinocchio, brother, where's the scholarship of the Hebrew Israelites? I came across a video today. It came on my feed. It's an African brother who's a French speaker, and he actually wrote a book about, you know, the Arabs, like black Arabs. And I was hesitant. I thought about, you know, making a video and tagging him, but I thought, you know what, I mean, it is what it is, you know. So you still not that the video is not old, you know. It's just a few months. You know what? Let me just double check again. If I go to the history. Yeah, it's just a year old. The video is a year old, you know. So he actually wrote a book about that. But in a video, he's just, and it's funny. He gave names of you know what? I'll leave it there. But anyway, we've been able. The problem with the Hebrew Israelites is their scholarship is the Bible and nothing else. That's the main problem. But that's not even a scholarship. The Bible is, I mean, but it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So what is sad is just people fence riding, indeed, you know. Because Abrahamic believers, you know, they side with one another, you know. That's what they do. And there are some people who have claimed to be down with Kemet, you know. And after a while, they left. And I think some of them just pretended to be down with Kemet. See, it bothers a fair bit of people if there's some movement that are non-Abrahamic. But I'll leave it there. I guess they got the keys to lock themselves up. And you have noticed over the years, you know, the Hebrew Israelites, the black Muslims, the black Christians, where's the scholarship? When I was there on that platform, Pastor Bennett was in the chat. They have no scholarship. They have no scholarship. Bennett wrote, there are many other cases of real people I would think the Hebrews would like to know, but they only believe in a Messiah. LOL. It's not the first Messiah. It's gonna take time, but you know, the fence riders, they really made us waste time, you know, and it's just sad. No scholarship. Now, Garfield Reed seems to be a Christian apologist. We have him on tape screaming Jesus, and some things are hidden eventually come to the light. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people, you know what I'm saying, get some good paper to keep our people in that paradigm, you know, that Western slash Asian paradigm. Danny Williams wrote, they don't want it with you, Shaka. It's not just me only, but you know, they know what's up. They know what time of the day it is, you know. Now, for those who have never seen when I gave them that work, I'm going to share the link in the chat. It was so easy, so light work. It was a wake-up call for them. It was a wake-up. The so-called scholars of the conscious community, they had their wake-up call. They realized that they had no scholarship. The link is there. Shaka and the Good Kemet was too strong for the House of Consciousness. Bennett wrote, yeah, they scared of Shaka to where they just ganged up on him. They tried. JTV wrote, when Shaka turned up, they duck and run hide with tails stuck in. Yes. Marcus is in the place to be. HV Chaka is the guy in the movie Leon of the HOK. Hotep Marcus. Okay, well, I'll wait a little bit, if somebody wants to say what's up. Otherwise, I'll call it a day. But it's good, to have news from you. And it's the same mode. It's the same mode. But it doesn't need to take so much time, We have not been progressing. We have not progressed. I mean, on this platform, Frankie's platform, you may have 10%. You have between 10 to 20% of scholarship. The rest is just, people talking. Okay. I'm going to call it a day. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, hold on. Then he wrote, I was actually thinking that today, Shaka, the CC has made no progress. And look at what's going on. Joe running around talking about, the ancient Egyptians not black, talking about they were red. And then using the term blackologist. Yeah, these blackologists gone too far. Asylum Hotep is on tape saying that the ancient Egyptians were black. He doesn't call him a psychologist. Now, doesn't Asylum Hotep say that the Sumerians were black? Well, maybe he's not saying it anymore, but he has said that. How come he's not called a blackologist? And then you have the pseudo killers also using that term. And we have the records of the ancient Egyptians. RP is in the place to be. Short Hotep Shaka, Hena Abet. I think the issues with Polite took a bunch of momentum from the education. No, even besides Polite, even before Polite was on that platform, you had those. See, before the Hebrew Israelites, it was the Moors. The people who have been featured the most on Frankie's platforms are the Hebrew Israelites in the last few years. Before that, it was the Moors. All day, every day. They were the people that we will hear about the most. And, Polite, he did his time over there. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Polite was a Nubian. And Nubians are Moors anyway, because we know the full title. So once again, not surprising that Ujau doesn't want to use the word black. Majority of Moors don't like to use the word black. They don't refer to themselves as black, right? But what's amazing is that we have a PhD in Egyptology, who did say, you have seen, he basically vindicated the 50 years later, not 50 days, 50 years later. And actually, let me play the clip.
We're reading from, left to right. Those first three signs represent the group Kemet. And it comes from the word Kem, which means black. So Kemet means literally that which is black. And generally speaking, this word classically refers to Egypt as being the black land. And then the three signs, you have the seated man, the seated woman, and those three strokes that look like the number one. Those three strokes together is sort of the designation for plural. So the man and the women and the three strokes would be like meaning generically people. So if you read this would look like a writing for the black people.
Okay.
Or those who are black, referring to a group of people. And if you wanted to write a word that meant those who are black, referring to people, this is how you would write it. The question I have is whether this is actually something that it would appear on an ancient Egyptian text, or whether this is something somebody has composed in using Egyptian hieroglyphs that is not actually from an ancient Egyptian text.
All right, so Smash, you see, that's going to be played. You could chop that up and say, hey, I got him. Look, they got a scholar that
Now, many times I've shown just until about there. See? I've shown that one before. Egizio in Turin, Italy. That's an ancient Egyptian. You have the link to the video at the bottom. You have the title of the video. Tomb of Shemes. Look at this. Tomb of Shemes. Is he red? Is not black? What's going on is real sad. Real sad. And then they want to talk about scholarship. Look at all those people. Are they red? It's just so sad. So there's some things behind the scenes. It may be Freemasonry or some other type of groups, but there's no scholarship now. It's like they don't even have good eyesight. Are they red? Museo Egizio, Italy. Lisbon, Portugal. Belgium. Brussels. Denmark. Copenhagen. Turin, Museo Egizio, Italy. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the net channel, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I to do any cheru? Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Maat, before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge. No question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Netia class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Maat Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Maat. Don't forget to share Kemet and Maat on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.